Yeah, you're a bit laggy, James, but it's not much of an issue.
Hey, hello one, hello all. I am Tom, aka the T-Dog. This is Bill, the Cardboard King, and this is James from that video game show, aka Laggy James, as Bill just called him. And tonight, we're trying something totally different this time round. Having three of us on a stream and doing a 3D game. It's never happened on this channel before, so you're seeing history being made here. But before we push on, I'm just intrigued with you guys to hear a bit of your connection to the game. So Bill, you had this one, didn't you, back in the day? Tell me, what's your memories of Sonic Adventure?
I had this game. I had a lot of games for the Dreamcast because I got a bundle of them for Christmas, and this being one of them. And I played it for probably about 5 minutes. I got up to the bit with the killer whale, and that's about as far as I got.
That's like the first level.
Yeah.
That is like the first.
What happened, man?
no.
And then I think I just started playing Soldier of Fortune, and
Nice.
Evil, and that was it.
Yeah.
I was more into the sort of mature games, really, to be fair. Even though that's kind of my one from my childhood, I guess. But I sort of like just drift. I had so many games I was spoilt for choice, and House of the Dead as well. I started playing that later. So,
dude,
when
House of
you're
the
spoilt
Dead.
for choice, you kind of just miss things, don't you? And I think this is one of the games I missed. I'm quite excited to see how good it is. And you've played it, Tom, and you think this is better than you thought. So
Yeah, so I had this back in the day. Like, my main connection to this game is that it was the first game console I ever bought with my own money, the Dreamcast. So I got a job part-time when I was about 15 or 16, and it wasn't the best job in the world. All I was really doing was helping this guy put down patios and stuff, and I think it was really more him doing a favour and keeping me out of trouble. But I saved up enough money to get a Dreamcast. The Dreamcast had already gone out at that point. But I just really wanted one because I'd had the Saturn, I'd had the Mega Drive, right back to Master System. And for me, like, this game just blew my mind because we've got to remember this is a game from 1998, and when you start to see the graphics and the variety in the gameplay, you begin to realise how amazing a step up this was, particularly because I'd been playing Sega Saturn up to that point. The Saturn had some really good games. I feel like we're going to have some battles about that when we do the stream on the Saturn, but it didn't have amazing 3D games for the most part. So this just completely blew my mind. And I've got a real nostalgia and connection to the game. Even though in my mind I still think of it as being quite new. It is, it's something I associate with coming of age, really. And how about for you, James? What's your link to Sonic Adventure and the Dreamcast more generally?
Oh, dude, the Dreamcast. Well, man, I still got my original copy of Sonic Adventure here.
So cool.
Absolutely love the Dreamcast, man. It's one of my favorite machines. Sonic was like, it was a launch title, wasn't it? Sonic Adventure.
That's
Pretty
right.
sure it was a launch title, yeah. So I picked it up at launch with the Dreamcast. But my main memory of the Dreamcast is Shenmue. I mean, just ask Bill. Like, that's the whole reason I started my channel, man. Absolutely love Shenmue. But with Sonic Adventure, it's a really good game. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really good, but I actually prefer number 2 compared to number 1. I felt like number 2 really improved on nearly every aspect that was included in the Sonic Adventure. But it's a really good game, man. And to be honest with you, I'm not that big of a fan of Sonic. I've always had like a kind of love-hate relationship with the games, especially like the 2D ones. I could just never get on with them. But I do prefer the 3D ones, man. This being one of them.
Cool. It's definitely, I mean, one interesting thing as well for me, I know you were saying, it's a launch title, wasn't it? Was they actually really built the Dreamcast around this game. So when they were designing the hardware, one of these little facts I know is that they almost changed the specs to reflect what needed to be in this game. So for me, it is, sort of the ultimate expression of the Dreamcast at launch. And then I would agree with you, James, about Sonic Adventure 2 being much better on a technical level. Because they had time to work out the kinks and things. I feel like Sonic Adventure 2 showed the Dreamcast potential, as in how far it could have gone, and this showed like the slightly rough beginnings. So I think we should jump into a bit of gameplay. So
let's do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, do I show the trailer? You know what? I'm far too excited to play this game to sit here and watch cutscenes, so I'm going to jump straight in, I think, at this point.
Get on it.
On it like Sonic. Although, weirdly, my start button is not responding, so it looks like I'm stuck in this cutscene. I'm going to unplug and plug in my controller again. Always a risky thing on the Dreamcast.
Oh no, technical difficulties, man.
Already it's on the work out.
Do you hear the VMU bleeping away as well? Classic.
Dude, I love the VMU. That was one of the, what was the VMU game that came with this? It was the little that little Chow mini game, wasn't it?
That's right, Chow Adventure. That one was called.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Classic.
That's the one.
Oak City, the new guy is James. You're correct. From That Video Game Show. Check it out.
Go check out my channel, Luxy, if you like
Gareth.
video games. Yo, Gaz, what's up, man? Nice to see you here.
We're still having a bit of trouble with the Dreamcast controller, so I'm going to go controversial and unplug my VMU units and just go old school. I might even have to do a little reboot. To be fair, I have been keeping the Dreamcast running for like the last 40 minutes, sitting here whilst we chat away.
Oh, God.
That fan is... I found out you can get the replacement fans and the replacement lasers for Dreamcast.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, like, I always thought, like, if that fan is going to go one day, and I was so, like, protected over my Dreamcast, I was like, I wonder if they do replacement ones. And now, like, what, 20 years later, I found out they do. and now I don't got my Dreamcast anymore. Is that channel?
Yeah,
I'll put James's channel in the description.
There you are, Roxy. There's a link to it, too.
There's a link to his channel.
So I'm inadvertently giving you a preview of which Dreamcast games I tend to play majorly. A bit like James, I've got all the original media as well. Admittedly, not for every single one of these games, but because I travel around a lot, I like to use optical disc emulators. So this one's what's called a GD emu. Now, they're quite tricky to get hold of if you want to get the originals, but you can get clones from China. I personally got one of the original ones because I wanted to support the developer. They set you back about £100, which sounds like a lot, but if you've got loads and loads of Dreamcast games, yeah, it ends up being worth it. I've unplugged my memory card because we don't need a memory card. Yeah, we're going to do this in one sitting, no doubt about it. And I might even allow this funky intro to play because I feel like we can't really do Sonic Adventure without allowing this one to play through.
Dude, you've got to watch the intro, man.
Yeah, it's so iconic, this intro for me. Really
so
gets me excited about the game, and yeah, love sort of hearing the opening theme and everything as well. Just such a cool intro.
Hi, Skill. How you doing?
Yo, Skill. Long time no see, dude. Oh, cheers, Nintendo Freak. I appreciate that.
James, they will tell you to sub me. I'll take any advice from Bill and Tom with mild suspicion. I subbed. Nice.
Yeah, you want to watch Tom. You want to watch Tom.
Yeah. There's a reason I don't run my own channel because I can't be trusted with one.
The third best game. What's the other two?
Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2.
Really?
And
of course.
I'm really interested by what Skill Gem's other games are. What's its number one and what's its number two? I don't think it's Super Mario World for the Mega Drive. That's so cool.
That's going to be Skill's number one.
Oak City. Pretty good.
I'm loving the support from Oak City gamers. Tom is the master. I don't know what I'm the master of though. Like it might be, the master of being a Muppet.
The master of terrible soundtracks. You are the master of terrible soundtracks.
The master of disaster. No Power Stone Love or Skies of Arcadia? We'll get on that.
Ooh, yes. Nintendo freaks, man. Great games there, dude.
And I think we'll have to get on Sonic Adventure 2 as well at some point.
Definitely.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 would be a good idea.
I've never seen that either.
That's a really good one.
And maybe one day you could guide us through Shenmue, Jay.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome, man. Yeah, I'm currently doing a Shenmue playthrough on my channel, man.
Oh, we have to start all over again on this one.
I'll tell you what I would love to get leaked onto the internet would be the Sega Saturn Shenmue. I don't know if you've seen the video of that, James. It's really interesting to see.
Project Berkeley, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I looked, the Saturn version looked insane. I'm not sure if it was playable. I'm not sure if there was an actual version that was actually playable, to be honest.
No,
because it looks like more of a proof of concept, really. But it looks really cool running on Saturn. It's got to be said.
Yeah,
We got a comment from someone saying the chat window's too big.
yeah, I think that's probably
Oh,
true.
yeah, it's just
I'm kind of going onto
yeah,
your
it's
forehead a
fine.
bit there at the moment. Just didn't want to lose people's comments and stuff. Oh, there you go. If I do it like this, problem is now it's probably not going to be very readable, but I just don't want to miss
Well,
out.
that
works.
All right.
So one of the weird things in this game is you enter gameplay and immediately you're fighting a boss. So your first enemy is a boss.
That's one of the things that surprised me about this, man.
Yeah. And I will say, although I love this game, I fully recognise its flaws. And if anyone plays it today, I'd kind of say to you, you have to overlook the flaws and you have to be willing to look past them. There will be times you'll die, and it will be because of the camera and stuff like that. And it is really frustrating.
I was just about to say that, Tom. Yeah, like the camera is one of the worst aspects of this game.
Definitely.
It really lets it down. But like as you said, if you can look past it and try and get used to it, it does become a lot better. And I think that's what number 2 improved upon a lot as well.
Definitely.
I remember the camera being a lot more stable in the sequel.
I remember this. I haven't seen this in what 20-something years, maybe longer, maybe 25 years or something. I remember this, and I was kind of like, what, LAPD, SWAT teams in Sonic?
Like, what the fuck is this? This ain't Sonic.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? Cop cars? What's going on?
Here you go from the Green Hill Zone or Angel Island to suddenly being here fighting a boss as your first enemy.
Downtown LA.
And you can see things like this are why people write this game off. Like the fact that you start fighting a boss is really inaccessible, and then the camera just shifts to the boss, and you're suddenly running around on the floor, but you barely know the game at that point. But yeah, like I said, if you can get past the flaws in this game, then there's a really good game underneath. Like normally, if there's a slightly glitchy game, it's not really worth giving your time to. But this is one that I do think still holds up as a game. Like the underlying gameplay is good. But yeah, it's definitely a product of its time. It's so late 90s, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, even down to the voice acting, man. That's one of the best things about this game.
Absolutely.
The voice acting is so 90s.
This bit's hilarious, actually. This bit's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a Pokemon ROM hack soon and make one just for your stream. I'll make sure you just get a short hat. Okay. Master Chef Tom, you're a Master Chef. Any plans on 007 GoldenEye stream plans and something? What about that, Tom? GoldenEye?
I mean, it's not one I've got a huge connection to, but I'd certainly be up for it. I'm assuming when they're saying about GoldenEye, there's a bit of a reference to the recently leaked version that came out on Xbox 360. I don't know if you read about that.
Yes, someone mentioned that to me the other day. Actually, they can get us hold a copy of it or something.
Yeah.
What's that for the 360?
A prototype version of GoldenEye.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it got leaked for the
I'm sure
360.
I'm sure I heard like talks about getting a remaster for the current gen.
That'd be cool.
Pretty sure I've seen that floating around.
I prefer Perfect Dark, man, than GoldenEye. I think Perfect Dark
Dude,
is so better.
Have you seen the new Perfect Dark, Bill? There's a new one coming out now.
Really? Any good?
Yeah, you should check the trailer, man. It looks really cool.
Really? Okay. I just liked the N64 version of it because it was just like really pushing N64 like beyond the limit. It was like one of the last games that came out.
Isn't that one of the games you had to have the expansion pack for?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
What we got here? Did you know I'm actually Rainy Tales YouTube?
Ah, okay.
Don't believe so. Yeah, I made a top-down RPG version of Sonic Mania, but it crashed after 8 finished.
Oh man, that sucks. That sounds like a really cool idea. A top-down Sonic Mania. Was that made in RPG Maker or something?
I was going to say like an RPG version of it. How does that work?
Yeah, right.
Presumably it'd be a bit like Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood on the DS.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad game.
Oh, dude, look at this scene now with the whale.
Crap, the bed. Let's pretend that didn't happen. There goes my perfect Sonic Adventure run.
It's really good, man. It's really good.
How's it looking?
I just love the
for
vibe.
You guys?
I love the vibe of this level. It's really cool, the vibe of it.
Yeah, the bit with the killer whale was cool, man. That's the bit, basically the only bit I remember.
I keep on watching the wrong stream, guys. I'm like watching the one that they're watching instead of the one which is actually in time.
That's what I'm doing as well. I'm sort of living in the past a little bit.
You're probably like 3 seconds behind, aren't you, or something?
I think it's longer than
Yeah.
that.
Just died.
Right, let's catch up with what we were saying in the chat. I just played 007 GameCube. The GameCube version. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I've only played this. Oh, you mean N64? Okay. From Russia with Love. 2021 Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remaster.
That's the rumour going around.
Yeah. Old Sean Connery not sounding young enough. One of the games I'd love you to stream would be Conker's Bad Fur Day. What do you think to
Ooh.
that? Is
Conker's Bad Fur, yes. That's a great game.
One.
It's quite a long game, though, isn't it? Do you think it's one that could be done in a single sitting, or would it be kind of multiple streams?
So. I think it'd be like 1 or 2 streams at least.
Yeah, it'd take a couple.
Yeah. Sonic Adventure 2 has already been remastered on 360 and PS3.
Yeah, although it wasn't really a remaster. It was more of a port. Like, they hadn't really done any changes to textures and things.
No.
They re-released Sonic Adventure as well. But yeah, they're really more ports, those, than remasters. There isn't really a huge amount between them.
Is that Sonic Adventure DX?
Yeah, which obviously the GameCube version was like a worse port, and then the PC one was kind of in the middle somewhere. But like anything on PC, modders came in and managed to fix all the problems. But I'm always attached to the Dreamcast original myself. I just think there's something, don't know, particularly appealing about this one. I love his mouth movements; they're so funny. So, Bill, I've already got further than you did when you owned this game.
I didn't. I will admit, I didn't play it for long. Audio says
Well, no, you didn't. You just got to the whale and then you turned it off.
I got to the whale and went, that is amazing. They're the best graphics I've ever seen in my life. And then I turned it off.
You're like, that's all I need. That is all I need.
So funny.
I was like, it can't get much better than that, so I'll turn it off. Audio says it's a nice setup. Well done, Tom. You set the stream up nicely.
Cool, we got there, didn't we? It was a lot of work this time round. Dreamcast is really, really difficult to capture, I found. So I had to, really mess around a lot here. Bill, just as an aside, do you remember like the other day we were on stream and I talked about Tails being a scientist and you just started laughing. You're like, what are you going on about? Tails is a scientist. You get to discover that was actually real and I wasn't just winding you up in this game. Because he becomes a full-on inventor in this.
Tails is real.
Yeah.
Scientist. Nintendo Freak, some people watch these vids are kids, yes. And what if they stumbled upon that video? What video?
What video, man?
What video? What did I do?
Yeah, what video?
What have I done? What did I accidentally load onto YouTube?
Didn't you do like a manhunt video?
For the stream.
Oh yes, I did a
manhunt. Did it to you.
I did a manhunt video, but I mean like YouTube, isn't it? I try and deter kids away from watching some of my stuff that I do, but whatever. Is Sonic Chronicles a good or bad game? The answer is
a bad game. It's a bad game.
It's a bad game. I've never heard of it. What Conker? I think Conker's Bad Fur Day on 64 is one to play. I never played this game, neither have I. No one fear Tails is here. Okay. Adventure 2 on 360 PS3 widescreen ports the PC version. And Audio is blaming you for problems with this stream.
I always get the blame. It's fine, Bill. I'm used to it. I'd time him out if he wasn't a mod, but...
Please don't reference that purple border. Well, you got me referencing it then. The purple border.
Yeah, what purple border? What are you on about,
Yeah, what's this? Yash, what are you on about? Purple border.
I know, what video? What's this border? What's going on?
Now we've all referenced it, all three of us. So sorry about that.
Oh, dude, this little fight is awesome.
Yeah, this is pretty damn good, man. This is really
look at the way the ship is animated. That's what I really liked about this little boss fight.
It is really. It's just like Sonic 1, isn't it? But like 3D. It is really good.
Well, you know me, Bill. Like I can't get on with Sonic 1. Not at all. I can't get on with 2D Sonic games. Not for me. I grew up on Mario, man. I was more of a Nintendo kid.
That's gonna rub some people up the wrong way. But like
fuck them.
I mean, with me, like I when I was playing Sonic, I mean, Tom, you're a master at it. You're really good at it, and it's probably down to me being bad at it. But I noticed there are loads of like unfair deaths that I experienced when I was playing it. Like getting a lot of the time, I'd accidentally get crushed by something.
Yeah.
Did you ever find that?
The thing I'd say with Sonic, 2D Sonic, this is it's not an easy game to play. Like people say, oh yeah, Sonic, you can just pick it up and run left to right, and that's it. That's how the game works. But it's actually like really quite difficult in terms of the mechanics, because there's things like even walking up and down the slopes, you have to build up momentum to get up there. And I can remember one of my first memories of playing the Mega Drive Sonic 1 was me jumping into a tree to get a TV, and the TV coming down on my head and then killing me. That was one of my first memories of playing Sonic on the Mega Drive, was killing myself with a monitor. And there's a lot of stuff like that goes on in the game. Like you really, I don't know, like in order to do well in Sonic, it's a game where you really have to learn the game's mechanics and physics and stuff like that. And it's definitely not one that, particularly for kids, they can just pick up and play. Like it takes a little bit of mastering, and not an easy game, I wouldn't say.
Like you said, man, like especially like as you said, it's got a lot to do with momentum, and like obviously, like I mentioned, like I grew up playing Mario, and going from Mario to something like Sonic, like it's kind of like ingrained in your mind that you just need to go right and jump, you know. But obviously, as you mentioned with Sonic, there's like that added emphasis upon momentum. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I could never get my head around that with the original Sonic games. Even to this day, like there's just something which really, like I don't know, I just cannot get my head around the whole momentum factor, because what I find really weird about Sonic, especially the old ones, is when you're going really, 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 really fast and you're like flung up into the air, but you have no concept of what's underneath you.
Yeah.
Obviously, with Mario, you know where you are. You can usually always see the bottom. You can judge every jump. But with Sonic, like that aspect of like not knowing where you're going, like really turned me off, like the original ones.
Yeah.
But obviously, once it gets to the 3D games, like Sonic Adventure and number 2, I absolutely love those ones, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the 2D ones were always a bit strange for me.
Yeah.
Rhino, Tom is controlling this. Tom is basically in charge of playing Sonic games, and most games, to be fair, because I suck. I completely suck. And James, as James said then, James isn't a fan of kind of like...
Yeah, I couldn't play any Sonic games, guys. But
so they're in the care... this game is in the care of Tom, because Tom is good at these games. And good
Tom
at
is
most.
the master.
I think I was quite... I felt like I was good at Street Fighter, and Tom annihilated me. I think every game I played against you, Tom, you annihilated me.
Tom, we have got to play Street Fighter Alpha 2.
Oh man, I can't wait. Honestly, James, like when you said you really liked Alpha 2 earlier, and that's my favourite of all the Street Fighter games, I was like, yeah, finally someone I can play with, and it'll work fine on GGPO as well. Like we'll be able to do that, and really looking forward to those streams. That'd be awesome.
What fighter do you main on Alpha 2?
Well, that'd be telling you, wouldn't it? Because then you can practice strategies to fight that fighter. Yeah. No, I tend to. I'm a little bit conventional, so I tend to go in for. Like I used to use the Shotos back in the day. That's Ryu and Ken, but I tend to be more of a Charlie player quite often in that game.
More of a charger.
Yeah. Well, I just and even Bison actually. I'm quite good with Bison in that particular game.
He also says, I've been watching the Sonic streams, vids by the way, guys. Now I'm a dad, it's hard to catch live. That's fair enough, man, that's all good. But loving Tom introducing Bill into all these Sonic games after he stopped gaming in 1994. It was actually 1996 I kind of stopped video games, but I still had N64, but it just wasn't kind of the same, really.
I mean, you got as far as the whale boss, so at least you can say you played that much Sonic Adventure. You got to the whale boss. Yeah.
The whale boss.
It's not even a boss, that's the funny thing. I'm calling it a boss, but it's just a cutscene. You got to a cutscene with a whale, so you clearly treasured this game.
When you press start, that's what happens, basically. Chaos is essentially 1998 Thanos. It's amazing how much this game changed the spin dash, what the spin dash was.
I'm just spin dashing there deliberately. Oh crap! The bed. I shouldn't be spin dashing there deliberately because I have to restart. That's my equivalent of a rage quit, but it just saves a little bit of time. I was only spin dashing because we were talking about spin dash, and then realised these bits. In fact, that gives quite an indication of one of the flaws of the game I mentioned. Because at this bit here, if you kind of do anything that's even slightly outside of how the developers wanted it to run, you tend to end up falling through the floor and things like that, which is just one of those Sonic Adventure limitations. So say like here, for example, if I started spin dashing down there, there's a good chance I'd go flying off the edge.
When that's right.
Really, in some ways, it'd be better if you're able to just spin dash there for a bit of extra speed and things. But it is what it is. Like when you play this game, you have to kind of accept that those limitations are going to be part of your playthrough, and if you can live with them, then it suddenly becomes a really good game. But yeah, definitely pretty frustrating. When you first start playing. I quite like it now, though. I just look past it.
I'd say one of the most frustrating aspects of this game is the amount of pop-in. That's one aspect that turned me off a lot with the original Sonic Adventure. Like, especially when you're going really fast, like the stuff in the distance just pops in, and I find it really jarring at times.
I think that's what put me off well a little bit, actually, James. I think you mean the pop-ups in the background, how everything pops up?
Yeah, how everything just pops in. Yeah.
I think.
But obviously, like Tom was saying, it's like, it is a limitation of the hardware. I mean, this game came out in 1998, so.
This is a really controversial thing to say, but I think I think at the time I had a Dreamcast, and then I got an N64, and then I had Mario 64, and I think, this is well about to say this for the Sonic fans, but I think I stuck with Mario 64 and didn't play this.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I did like it though for what it was, but I just had
Mario 64 is a much better game than this anyway.
You think so?
Oh man, that's fighting talk. I'm going to have to come out swinging on that point. No, I do. So what I would actually say about this game is that it's a bit of a flawed masterpiece, really. Like, they were over-ambitious in lots of ways. Like, so when this game first started development, they started out as being an RPG game, which is a crazy thought. So all the characters that are walking around on the streets you can talk to have their own backstories and stuff. And then, they tried having like 6 different characters, all with different gameplay styles. And you get like, we'll come to it in a bit, but you get like mini games that are basically games in themselves. And I just think they massively overstretched themselves with this game. If they just focused on making the best Sonic game they could, rather than too many of those extra things, then I think then they could have overcome some of the issues that we're talking about, such as the glitches and stuff. So I can sort of see Mario 64 was more well polished, I'd say, as a game. This one's just it kind of collapses a bit under its own ambition, I would say. Don't know what you guys think.
Obviously that's where number 2 comes in, man. Like, number 2 just rights every wrong that this game made, man. And that's why I love Sonic Adventure 2. And obviously Shadow as well, man. Shadow is such a badass character. It's just so cool.
The world's ultimate life form, and I'm such an emo.
Well, I meant the spin dash introduction in Sonic 2, where you could get a little momentum without having to roll down a hill. Oak City says, I got a Dreamcast. Sonic didn't work. Found out years later I just had to bunk the disc, and they would have replaced it back then. Never heard that. I'd burn it on CD.
Oh yeah, that was one of the weird things with Dreamcast. I'm sure, James, you probably encountered this too, that it didn't have, the copy protection got broken, and anyone could just download homebrew games and stuff, couldn't they, with the Dreamcast?
Yeah,
that was a really weird facet.
I've got a homebrew version of What's Shenmue.
Oh yeah.
And it was crazy. Skill Jim sent it to me, and like I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. Like, because I was on a burnt disc, and then I put it in the Dreamcast, turned it on, and it booted up fine. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you didn't even have to mod them or anything like that. It's crazy.
So back in the early 2000s, we're talking about 2001 here. You used to get, and you can still download these online. You can get emulators that run on the Dreamcast. By the way, I'm letting myself die here on purpose. I'll explain why in a minute. So I can remember just burning this disc, and it had every Master System game ever on it, and putting it in, and then suddenly playing it on the TV, and I was like, "What's going on? Like I'm playing
This is awesome.
anything." Yeah, it was like it blew my mind. And then there was like an NES disc as well, and that was how I first played Mario 3. Well, first played it properly since being a kid. Was actually
on your Dreamcast.
On the Dreamcast, yeah.
That's
so
amazing,
weird.
man. That's a good story.
That is cool. Yeah, that is cool. I know one Dreamcast game, Seaman. Yeah, I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No,
Jesus, what a game. Brilliant.
That's a strange one. First few months, you had to get a hard mod chip to piggyback on the existing chip. I know nothing about that whatsoever.
Yeah, I know a little bit about that. I never did that back in the day. But yeah, the early days of Dreamcast modding, yeah, you needed a chip a bit like a PS1. But obviously that... Oh, man, I'm doing really badly this time round.
You suck!
Speaking of the PlayStation 1 and modding, did you guys ever hear of the blue tack method on the PlayStation 1?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, what's that? PS1 is around here somewhere.
I can't believe.
Oh god, it's not.
Going on about.
Give me a minute, guys. I'll find it now.
Okay.
Is that a bit like the swap trick method? That was one that always got used back in the day. Including for Saturn had that as well, didn't it? You could do the swap trick, but it's a bit risky.
You got a modded PS1 also. What was it? What did people mean when they said they had it chipped or something?
So that meant it could play CDR games. So you could go on your PC and just download games off the net and stuff, and yeah, pretty much play anything. Quite a few of my friends had chipped PS1s back in the day.
Yeah,
I always wanted one, but never had one.
It was always a talk, wasn't it? I had it chipped.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, you're going to get in trouble for that. I like Sonic Adventure because it goes into the opposite direction from the Mega Drive games, but I'm not drifting off too far.
Yeah.
Here
we are.
A Sinclair Red Spectrum.
Right, the PS1 is the original PS1. Right at the back, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you in this light, but it's like a little button, like right at the back by here. And what you used to have to do, you used to have to get blue tack and keep that pushed down. And we used to, me and my brother used to use a biro. So we'd like put it down with a biro and keep it rested on the lid. And then you could play copies of games on it, man. It's crazy.
That's well weird. What about, we had a problem with our, because I lent my N64 to my friend, and he lent me his PlayStation. Anyway, like I was playing the PlayStation, and it just died. And I was like,
no.
And I was like, oh shit, like he's gonna blame me, and he said he's not gonna give my N64 back. So I was like, oh crap. So I realised that if you turn the PlayStation upside down, it works.
Oh yeah, on its side as well was another one, wasn't it?
Yeah. If you turn it upside down, it'll work. It's well weird.
Strange, man. There's always some like weird fix around for most things out there, isn't there? I remember the Xbox 360 with the red ring. I used to have to wrap it in a towel, and then it would work. Like,
it's crazy, isn't it? That people worked out that would fix it as well.
Yeah, if you just wrap it in a towel, it'll be fine.
I thought Microsoft were just like handing out repaired Xbox 360s for a while as well, because it was such a big controversy, wasn't it? The red ring thing back in the day.
Yeah, it kind of. And there's also the red dot of death when the new one came out, wasn't there?
That's right.
Like, because you didn't have a ring anymore; it had a dot, and then you got the red dot of death.
The red dot of death.
Yeah, and then you had the PlayStation had its own faults as well, didn't it?
That's
Blue
right.
light, was it?
The yellow light on the PS3.
Yellow light.
Yeah. And it turns out the first model of PS3 is just doomed to failure. So that's the original fat one that can do PS2 playback. That just dies over time, like regardless of how well you look after it or don't. Like that one, it's like it's got almost like a time bomb ticking. And there's a similar problem with the original Xbox as well. It's got something that just
don't
breaks.
Say that, Tom, because I've still got my original PS3.
Is it still working? Is it still working okay, James?
Yeah, man, it still works, man. I'll get it now.
I'm so glad that's working for him.
A lot of CD game systems are a bit finicky though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, the lasers all burn themselves out over time, and I'm not ready for
man.
the OG.
The OG, the big boy, the fat girl.
I actually think a lot of it is, rather than being down to the CD drives, it's down to things like capacitors and stuff like that, components that just fail. Because like with Saturns and PS1s and stuff, those tend to fail based on the CD drives, but it's easy enough to drop in a new laser. But the newer systems, this is all, by the way, just to explain what this all is, Knights was one of the major games on Sega Saturn that Sonic Team made. And
Knights is awesome.
Yeah, I was going to do that on the Sega Saturn stream when we get to that one. And this is all like a bit of a homage to that game. So, Bill, I'll show you what Knights is when we do the Saturn. It was kind of like the big Sonic Team game for that platform.
Have you played the Christmas Knights?
Yeah, I had that back in the day, and it was so cool just that Christmas. I just remember playing it for hours on end and unlocking every single present. It took so long, but absolutely loved it, all the stuff I discovered.
Really cool game, man. There's a game coming out which is kind of like the spiritual successor to Knights. I think it's from the original, what's his name? Is it Yuji Naka?
Yeah, and there's I'm going to mispronounce this name as well. Is it Nashoto? I can't say his name, but the original character designer for Sonic is involved in that as well.
I think so. Yeah, they started a new company or something, and their first game it looks exactly like Knights, like really from a gameplay perspective.
It's called something like Balam, isn't it? I think that's
something like that. Yeah, I forget the name of it, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, I saw it up on Twitter and was like, "Oh, this is really cool." And I kind of went on one of those, sometimes you go on like rabbit hole searches on the internet. You start searching something, and before you know it, you're like knee deep in lore and things. And I found that the original Sonic character designer is actually pretty active on Twitter and responds to fans and things. I'm trying to persuade Bill to tweet his video of Sonic from Cardboard to him because I reckon he'd really like it.
Do it. Yeah, you should do that, Bill. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. This is Sonic Spinball all over again.
It is, and much like, because I keep saying whenever Sonic Spinball comes up on stream that it'd be really boring to watch on a stream, and I kind of think that's probably ringing true here as well. Like, pinball games aren't the most fun to watch on a stream, so I'm going to let myself die at this point and then move on to the next bit.
I have one of the 360s still working. It's a Black Elite from the initial release. Alright, that's pretty cool.
Oh, the Elites, man. Dude, yeah. I remember when I first got a 360, I picked up, what was it? The arcade version. The one that just didn't come with like a hard drive or anything like that. And I instantly regretted it because like I got home and then I wanted to like download some like demos or like some games, and there's just no hope, like, But it was like one of the cheapest ways to get into the console. I think it was like under £200, I think it was, for the arcade edition.
Was it?
That's right.
I think so, yeah. It was really cheap. I think that's obviously why the 360 initially did a lot better than the PlayStation 3. Because the PlayStation 3, when that came out, it was like the same price as a fucking car.
Yeah. I think there's like an equivalent situation now with the Series S, isn't there? Where, like, I was thinking about getting one of the next-gen systems, and I thought, the Xbox Series S is only £200 or whatever it is, and I could be next-gen. But I just realised if I did get the Series S, I'm sure at some point I'd come to regret it compared to the Series X.
Yeah, definitely.
It's never worth compromising, I don't think.
Yeah, if you want to go next gen time, you should pick up a PS5 when they become available again.
Yeah, when and if. Well, I'm thinking of waiting for a decent video card to come out. Like, I've been following the latest AMD ones, the 6800 series, and those look really, really good, and we'll play like all of the next gen games. So I'm thinking about going PC for this gen because obviously like Xbox Game Pass has loads of really good content. You can access that on PC, and I've got PlayStation now for streaming
Game Pass
some
is
stuff.
Such a good deal.
Really is, isn't it? Like best one
it's
going.
Really good deal. The only problem is though, like obviously with Sony, they just have much better exclusives.
It's true.
But obviously that all comes down to personal opinion, like depending on what sort of games you're into. But I've always found like Sony are just always willing to take a chance on a game, whereas like Microsoft don't. Like Death Stranding. Have you played Death Stranding, Tom?
No, I've not. But It sounds like another one that I need to jump into.
Oh, definitely, man. It's on PC now as well.
Cool.
So when you do pick up a new graphics card, check that game out too.
Yeah, well, I've got a PS4, so I could always pick up a PS4 version if it's on PS4.
Oh, yeah, it's on PS4, man. It's a PS4 game, yeah.
Awesome.
It's a really good game, man.
Will the Saturn stream include Sonic R action?
Oh man, we're going to be Supersonic Racing. We're going to keep our feet right on the ground.
Sonic R? What is Sonic R? Is that a racing game?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. It's that one that you were talking about how much you hated, Bill. You were going, I really hate that Sonic Racing game on the Saturn. The one. I swear you were talking about it. Yeah, that's right.
It has awful music on it. Yeah, I can't believe that exists, man. It's so horrible, man.
Yeah, I might change the Saturn stream to just be Sonic R, just for your benefit.
What's the R stand for?
So one of the things.
By this. I'm surprised you didn't complete this game. Well,
What, Sonic Adventure? It's quite a long game. It's probably about an hour and 45 minutes or thereabouts.
Is it really? So how far are you now? Are you
I'm probably about a third of the way through.
third of the way through?
Yeah. Yeah, we're only on like the third or fourth level.
What's your favourite boss battle in this game, then, Tom?
Oh, that's a toughie. I'm just thinking about that one.
We know Bill's favourite is the whale at the beginning.
That boss is so lethal. I think
Mind blown.
I think my favourite boss in this game has to be the camera angles. They're the ones that kill me the most, definitely.
Yes, that is the true boss of this game. Fucking camera angle.
And glitches. Glitches are quite, like a mini boss. It's glitches, I'd say. The main boss is camera angles, and the mini boss is the glitch.
So if the camera angles are fixed in this, would this be like amazing?
I reckon so.
Or are there more problems than just the camera angles in this game? Or is it?
I think.
Oh yeah, there's more problems. Yeah, but the camera is just
like
such a big
weird
issue.
glitch where I can't seem to grab that, so I'm just going to go. And then that enemy that came out of nowhere. That's it's just the way it is, really. Like I said, Sonic Adventure, you kind of have to just take that. It comes with the territory and just go, right, okay, I'm just going to ignore that and press on and keep playing. If you were someone who was like, that's not fair, you'd have the worst gaming experience of your life, I think. I can't believe it, I got hit and it's the game's fault. If you're going to be like that. I know it is, Bill. I was trying to do your voice. I think I got it pretty accurate.
You got it down, Tom. You got it down. It's not fair.
No!
It's exactly how I was as a kid. And the thing is, though, the games that I used to play probably weren't actually fair. They were actually pretty shit, like super high lives.
Oh yeah.
I was telling the truth, and no one would listen.
I remember Street Fighter used to be a great one for if ever somebody died, they'd start
look at this, man.
Why won't it work? Yeah, I mean this is so easy to play with this camera angle.
Yeah, look, it looks so incredible. This avalanche scene looks awesome, even today.
Yeah, it does hold up well visually. This game, especially for '98, it just shows this was a launch title for Dreamcast. I mean, I always think if Dreamcast had another couple of years, we could have seen some really good. We did see good games on it already, but we could have seen even more. It's a real shame.
James, have you got Half-Life from Dreamcast?
I have, my friend.
Have you really? I swear there's another game you've got on the Dreamcast which is mental. Haven't you got like Doom 3 or something on the Dreamcast? Or something?
There's Quake 3. There's a really good version of Quake 3 on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I got that as well, Tom.
Yeah, and there's also Quake on the Sega Saturn is really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Quake is on the Sega Saturn. I never knew it was on the Sega Saturn.
Oh man, we have to do that on the stream. That version's really, really good.
Yeah, definitely.
It's shockingly good.
I've never seen it running on it.
Yeah, because Doom is like rubbish on the Saturn, but Quake is really good. It just shows.
You would think it'd be the opposite, wouldn't you?
That's right. You'd think Quake would like not even be able to run on the Saturn at all.
I know, yeah.
A really good version, surprisingly.
But have you? What was I going to say? Is it Duke Nukem on the PlayStation, which is awful? and then it's actually quite good on the Saturn. Am I right in saying that?
I think you're right. Yeah,
Ooh.
Saturn version. Oh wow, look at that! Oh man, that is incredible.
Oh God,
that's fantastic. That's definitely a mini boss right there.
What, the camera angles?
Yeah, that's it. It's not even a mini boss. I think that's the main villain of the game.
the main villain of the game, man. Yeah, he's just lost time.
Yeah. I think there's even one of the non-player characters in this game. I'm not sure where they are, but they talk about how the camera is really difficult to understand sometimes, but just persevere. I'm sure there's a line to that effect somewhere in this game.
That's the game just trolling you, like low key trolling you. Like,
yeah.
It's like, we know the camera is terrible, just deal with it.
Hi, Polar Plays. I watched. And goodbye, Yash. Chaos 6 plus Froggy. Yash. I watched a YouTube video. Someone made a homebrew of Counter-Strike, I think for the Dreamcast, and Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 is in, or Half-Life 2 is in 2.
The version of Half-Life for the Dreamcast, Flappy. That is a homebrew, man. It was never officially released on there. It was actually cancelled. It was developed, and it actually runs really well. But obviously, the homebrew community finished the game, and you can play the whole game on there now. But yeah, I'm surprised they cancelled Half-Life on the Dreamcast.
Well, I think from what I heard, because I went to this game store and I bought Soul of Fortune. And I heard Soul of Fortune was coming out. I went there every day to see when it's coming out. And eventually it came out and I was so stoked I took it home and played it. And then I heard Half-Life was coming out. And again, every day I went to this game store to see if Half-Life was coming out. And in the end, after like literally 2 months of me going to the store pretty much every day to see if it was there, because I didn't know when it was coming out. Because it was really sort of like, And then he goes, oh no, it's been cancelled because of frame rate issues. It ran really slowly.
Yeah,
I think
wasn't
the main
the case.
issue was the loading. The loading times were really bad.
But I don't think it was technical, the reason for not releasing. I think it was just, why spend money releasing a Dreamcast game at that point? Because it was around like late 2001 or something. So it would have been, essentially they wouldn't have remade their money back on releasing the game, releasing it at that point.
Yeah.
Like Sega obviously still would have gone ahead. They would have released their own games, but a lot of third parties just pulled their support at the last minute, because if they'd released the Dreamcast game, it would have just sat on shelves and they wouldn't make their money back.
It was like that with Shenmue 2 as well. Lucky, we're kind of lucky here because we did get the Dreamcast version. But in America, they cancelled the Dreamcast version and released it for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
There were so many people pissed off about that.
Well, that was more of a Microsoft thing, wasn't it? Like Microsoft paid loads of money to Sega to have it as an exclusive for their platform.
Yeah.
And
same with Jet Set Radio Future and
that's right.
Panzer Dragoon Water.
Yeah.
And Soldier Fortune, remember that? That was the loading times on Soldier Fortune were literally...
Did you... sorry, I just need to jump to what happened in the game there. Did you see that? Like, the stage started and I just immediately lost my rings with no opportunity to dodge or see what was going on. You'll probably see it in a couple of minutes because the stream's slightly behind, but it's just
I'm watching it now, yeah.
Yeah, I just got hit for no reason there. Did you see it? That was so weird.
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Sonic Adventure, like.
That's it. But like I said, I think there's a brilliant game underneath all of that. I just think it collapses under its own ambition a bit too much, this game, which is where a proper remaster or remake would really work well, I think, because if they took the ideas they had in this and fully realised them, it could be, like here I'm like wrestling with the camera to try and see where he is and stuff. But if they re-released it, they could fix all of that and it would just be like an outstanding game. I actually think it was good for its time, like, and it still holds up now. It's just you can really tell it's from 1998. It's got that
definitely
early 3D. Oh, it's incredible. I mean,
it holds up visually well, like, but gameplay wise it's just like, that camera is just so unforgiving, man.
I think graphically it's better than Mario 64 though.
It obliterates
of course it is, dude. It's on a more powerful console, man.
This is like next gen compared to N64.
Yeah,
oh man,
Dreamcast
actually died.
is 128.
Is it really? I completely.
Yeah,
missed the plot.
128-bit, man.
Of course it is. Yeah.
The Dreamcast was even more powerful than the PlayStation 2 in some cases.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really held back Dreamcast from a hardware perspective was having the GD-ROM rather than DVD. So something like Shenmue had to come on 4 discs, whereas if it was on DVD, it could have just fit onto one. And that was quite a big limitation, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe RAM slightly as well, because I think it only had 16 megabytes of RAM, but then it had, I think it was like 8, I might be getting this wrong, but about 8 megabytes worth of video RAM, which, yeah, kind of more than made up for it. But yeah, definitely.
It's crazy to think of that in these days, isn't it?
It really
8
is.
megabytes of video RAM. That's insane.
Yeah.
Tom, you've got a question here. Which is better, Sonic Adventure or Sonic on 360?
So it depends in what way we're trying to answer it. If we mean like which one was better for its time, this was definitely better. This really pushed gaming forward, I would argue. Like this was a really significant game in its time. In terms of gameplay now, I actually think this is better than Sonic 06. Even though Sonic 06 came out so much later, I think there are less glitches in this, and the core gameplay is better. But they're actually quite similar experiences objectively. If you were playing for the first time, I think Sonic 06 has got a lot of the same issues with it that Sonic Adventure does. It's just where that's inexcusable is that came out almost a decade later, and they definitely should have fixed it. So yeah, that's my kind of take comparatively. But yeah, this one, don't get me wrong, I know I'm complaining about glitches, but I'm enjoying playing this, and I always do, and it is a really good game. It's just, you can't really play it and not showcase those glitches.
Yeah, definitely. They're such a big part of the game.
Yeah. It's like it's the main enemy, to be fair. The main boss is the glitches.
It's the villain, Tom, like you said yourself, man. Yeah, it's the main villain.
Yeah.
Can't avoid it. You just can't avoid it.
Yeah. And they must
have... these cutscenes, man.
Yeah. I was just thinking, they must have put so much money into making this game, to make all these cutscenes. And you look at like the amount of different graphics involved, like so many different types of tree and non-player character and stuff. Like it's actually a really big budget game, you can tell.
Yeah.
Behold my floating masterpiece, the egg carrier.
Excuse me.
Oh shit, Bill's got the COVID. Fuck, you're alright, Bill.
Yeah.
If I somehow transmitted it over webcam from when I had it, and now it's somehow gone to you.
How are you feeling now, Tom, anyway? You feeling better now? Or?
I'm not amazing, to be fair. Like, I was doing really well Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and then Thursday and Friday I just crashed completely. And then today I'm feeling a little bit flat. Like, I'm not too bad, but I can sort of feel it a little bit, like when I'm playing the game. I'm like, oh, why'd I get hit there? And then I realise it's because I'm still a bit run down. Yeah, it's a funny virus. Yeah, my recommendation to everybody, if you are planning to get corona, I reckon you should reconsider and decide not to get COVID. That's me doing my bit for helping the NHS.
That is some really good advice, Tom.
Yeah, just reconsider. I mean, I know it may look like a good option to get COVID, because you can get the unemployment benefit and all of that stuff, but it's really not worth it. Oh, here you go, Bill.
Thank you.
This is where I'm going to prove to you that Tails is indeed a scientist, because look, this is Tails' workshop that he's going into here. Somehow he goes from being your sidekick that follows you around in the other games to being like a full Dr. Robotnik level inventor in this game, and it just comes out of nowhere. So look, Tails somehow built everything you're about to see by himself. That's part of the game's storyline. Look at this, like Tails built this. It's hilarious.
Oh, those trees, man, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Where did he get by himself?
Yeah,
This reminds me of Thunderbirds, man. This reminds me of Thunderbirds.
It is a bit Thunderbirds. So he made this by himself. Like that's some serious labour. He must have some sort of
some serious labour.
Yeah. I'm just imagining graveling that runway by himself. And
He's not a scientist. He's not
He is a
a scientist.
scientist.
He's just he's not a scientist. He's just like a hard grafter. He just knows what he's doing.
yeah. Oh man.
Jack of all trades.
He must get home knackered.
Yeah, just built a runway and
His
fucking
Tails, his wife has got dinner on the table for him when he gets home. You never guess what I made today.
It's this idea that he somehow spends all day following Sonic around and then gets home and then just invents planes and tarmacs runways in his spare time. It's like, how do you even do that? Yeah, like, what are your hobbies? I like to do a bit of tarmacking. It's the kind of thing you put on his dating profile, isn't it? Like his Tinder or whatever. He could have hobbies. Yeah, no, I love to tarmac driveways in my free time.
Swipe right for tarmac. Like.
Yeah, for Two Tails and tarmac. Yeah.
Man, this part of the game is really cool, and this is what I really liked about Sonic Adventure, the way it incorporates so many different styles of gaming into one game. That's what I really liked about it.
Definitely.
Like, there's so many different activities you can do throughout the adventure. It's so cool.
From what I'm seeing, this all really stands out to me as being kind of like a bit of a 3D Sonic 2, to be honest.
This bit is definitely this Sky Chase level. Although gameplay-wise, it's completely different. I actually think it plays a bit like Panzer Dragoon myself.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that just from looking at it, man.
I feel like that was intentional. I felt like they might have been trying to, sort of pay tribute a bit to that. It's tough to say. That's just me speculating, but there was a dragon boss in this game in the pre-release as well, so that kind of supports the theory a bit.
Where does Tails get his funding from to make all this stuff, then, do you reckon?
Oh, that's a good point. Do you think that's where the rings come in? Because I feel like Sonic's pretty frivolous with the rings.
The rings, and he cashes them in, and then builds loads of stuff with it. He gets loads of steel and timber and all that, and makes his driveway. And...
Do you think he's like, got more money than most small countries? Like, Tails is probably richer than Bulgaria, I'd have thought at this point. Just from the sheer amount of rings that he's... And maybe more... It's like a military power unto himself as well, isn't he? Building these planes and stuff with heat-seeking lasers that aren't even around in the real world. Yeah, Tails is pretty formidable.
If I lying around, I'll just take them.
Yeah.
Is he stealing the ring?
Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. I can't quite do a barrel roll, but I came close.
Do a barrel roll. You're becoming more like your father.
Oh man, Star Fox. That's another game I haven't played for ages.
Cocky little freaks.
Eggy Boy is back. Whenever I see the name Eggy Boy, I always feel like I need to do an Ali G finger click. Eggy Boy. He's back. Mario's just read Luigi. Yeah, speak your truth.
It's a video game, so Tails should have a game. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, well, there is a Tails Adventure and Tails Sky Patrol on the Game Gear. I love that I just know this random stuff. It just comes out of nowhere. But yeah, they're not really main series titles, are they?
Bless me. Bless me for what reason?
Because you got COVID.
You were sneezing. I went for COVID sneeze.
Whoa.
I love this. He just starts talking to the little kid. Look, he goes, "You're not who I'm looking for." He's just talking to that little kid. And just leaves the kid on the beach on their own. I might go back and talk to the kid and see what their deal is, if it will let me. It might take me back to the first stage if I do that. Oh no, they're too far around the corner.
This is
damn it.
Sonic 06 now, isn't it? Really?
Oh yeah, it's got. I mean, it doesn't have any human on hedgehog romance, but it's definitely got some Sonic 06 vibes.
Human on a hedgehog romance. I don't know if I want to see that Sonic 06. To be fair,
I mean, as I've sort of argued before, Sonic in its sort of very essence does involve bestiality at some level, because the original Sonic design documents had Madonna, who was like a female girl who had a relationship with Sonic. That was part of the original plan for Sonic 1. So actually, it's all true to the spirit of Sonic.
You did make a good point. That can be excusable, because around that time was like Roger Rabbit and Jessica Rabbit. So it's kind of like, that's alright. But it's when you mix like full-on anime, looking characters with a...
Yeah, that's a no-go. It's a no-go, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a weird one, man. That's weird.
I actually think Amy replaced that human character as well, because everything they planned for that human character they've ended up doing with Amy. Like, she's the annoying stalker character that follows you around and basically takes the place. So there you go. OMG, it's Sonic, says Eggy Boy.
Sonic?
Eggy Boy, Sonic the Hodgehog.
The Hodgehog.
My character in this cutscene is doing the moonwalk.
Oh, I'm fighting with the camera again. Right, where's it want me to go? Did I walk around the whole city? Not the whole city. Ah, this is where I need to go. Got it. I've got to say, Sonic Adventure is also one of those games that, believe it or not, you need a walkthrough for when you first play it, just to try and get between the different levels. I can remember having this.
Doesn't hold back at all, does it?
No. And, I mean, in an RPG or something, that's kind of part of the territory. But for this game, it just doesn't work that well, because there isn't like a deep, compelling narrative of Sonic's quest to discover himself or anything like that. It's just, hey, look, cute couples go free. It's not like a really fun place to live within as a world, I wouldn't say.
I kind of like the open world hub aspect of this game, though. Like, obviously, the city does play the part of like the castle from Super Mario 64. You know, where you just like access all of the different areas and levels. I really like that aspect. But yeah, like you said, man, like it doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't tell you where to go, and that. I can see that annoying a lot of people, man. But then, obviously, you know, when this came out, games were completely different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't a lot of hand holding.
No. And I think in some ways, like, we kind of get used to that when we play role-playing games. You know, when I first played Chrono Trigger, one of my favourite games, it took me quite a long time to work out where to go. And, yeah, it's the same with any RPG game. I think, in some ways, maybe what it shows is some of the roots of this game, which are that it was originally planned as an RPG. Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles RPG, they were going to call it. And then obviously, they swapped to the adventure title, which I think was the way to go. But it definitely still has some kind of hangovers from that time in its development, I'd argue. Woohoo!
Dude, this looks like F-Zero.
Yeah. It just shows how varied the gameplay is. The fact that you go from normal Sonic levels to the Sky Chase to this, and then if you play as Big the Cat, it's like a fishing game as well. I don't know if you remember that bit, James, when you play as Big the Cat.
I don't think I ever played as that one. I remember people saying that was the worst way to play the game if you play that chapter.
Absolutely, yeah. And with Knuckles, it's like a treasure hunt style game where you just need to look for fragments of the Master Emerald that are all around the levels.
I played the Knuckles one, It's really cool.
I think it works better, strangely, in Sonic Adventure 1 than it does in Sonic Adventure 2. I find those sections really difficult in Sonic Adventure 2, and I feel like that lets down Sonic Adventure 2, but I actually think they did it quite well in the first game. We'll see how we get on. I mean, if I finish Sonic's story quick enough, then maybe we'll get a bit of Knuckles action at the end. Such a weird expression. A bit of Knuckles action at the end. How the comments looking, Bill? Or Billiam, I should be calling you.
Billiam.
Imagine you're just trying to drive through. Imagine you're just trying to drive and some blue spiky thing just runs past your car. Yeah, I did. When I see that little, I do sort of think like that would be a bit strange. And I'm not kind of keen on sort of like when you have cartoony characters mixing with the real world. I'm never a fan of that, to be fair.
I liked. I know we referenced it earlier, but I liked how I met Roger Rabbit back in the day. I felt like they did it well there.
That's where it does well, but there is a reason for that, though, isn't there? The whole reason of the film is like tunes and people living together. And that's the whole thing of the film, where it's kind of like it is just what it is in this. Sonic
is a little bit inconsistent, I think, in how they do humans. So you've got in this one, I think it's okay because they don't look too super realistic, and then in Sonic 06, they definitely get it wrong, because it feels like they're trying to cross over Final Fantasy with Sonic, and then Sonic enters a relationship with a human princess, and that's when you know that you've made some mistakes with your franchise. But then they,
definitely,
they kind of get it right again later on. Like when they did Sonic Unleashed, they turned them into more kind of cartoony humans, and that was okay. But yeah, I think
I love the way you describe that, Tom. That's when you know
yeah.
made a mistake. When you're mixing real people with a stupid.
Yeah, in a romantic encounter.
Yeah. How do you guys meet? Oh my god, what is that?
Yeah. What do your children look
It
like?
just looks insane.
Did you go to bed with it?
So Eggy Boy's saying, "Got to go faster, faster, go, roaming at the speed of sound." Yeah, that's pretty much how I live my life, really. I'd agree with that. And Stormwave is saying Mario New Donk City. Yeah, that's interesting. Mario have done that recently with Mario Odyssey, where Mario
I
actually looks like
they did it with Odyssey.
Yeah, I think it works well there, but Mario definitely doesn't look like a normal human when put against more realistic human characters, I thought. Looks like an alien or something, doesn't he, really?
Does look very strange, especially when you stand right next to them.
I think Bob Hoskins actually did a good job playing the live action Mario.
Oh man,
was
what a
that,
weird movie. Oh wow.
Yeah, the original Mario.
You like-
Okay,
you like the
any
ma-
ideas? Oh, there we go.
I think he was right.
That was a definite camera. That was definitely the main villain of the game, the camera coming to attack me there.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
That was
Who do you reckon
brutal.
would play? Who, if you could have a video game character, who would play a good? What actor would play a good sort of thing?
I think if Jean-Claude Van Damme played Guile, that would be really good. No, I don't really think that. I was surprised how well Jim Carrey did Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, he did it well.
I still haven't seen the Sonic film, man.
Have you
I
not?
haven't seen it either.
So how do you
No.
know he did it well then, Bill?
I've just heard everyone say, and I've seen. And I've seen it seems like he's having a good
I
time.
knew I could catch him out there and I just had to do it. Yeah, I reckon once all this COVID stuff calms down, we'll have a movie night watching...
Oh, definitely.
unless we want to do it over Discord, but I think that would kind of suck. Watching...
Yeah.
I feel like that would definitely get your channel copyrighted as well if we watched the whole Sonic movie over Discord. Can you imagine? That's how your channel gets shut down.
You'd be able to watch it on Discord, just not do it on YouTube, man.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I've actually done that a couple of times with friends of mine. We've done like movie nights and stuff. And yeah, it's a good way to stay connected during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I've actually found Zoom is quite good for sharing movies as well, because I think
Yeah, that's true.
the algorithm's slightly better that they use for their video sharing, like slightly higher quality. But yeah, I must admit though, I've kind of gone off doing video calls at this stage. Like in the first lockdown, I quite liked it because I could reconnect with old friends, but I just find I get fed up with being in front of a computer, and if I'm going to do anything video related, I'd rather do this. This is like more fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I'm recognising some of these levels. You know, maybe I did get.
Oh god, that camera. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's the car from Outrun that I'm chasing.
It is really good, this, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely holds up. Like, and I'll always defend this game from the true haters.
That's really good.
Like, I'll recognise the flaws of it
Yeah, I
to be
remember.
definite,
I
but
do remember this. I do remember this game. I did get far in it. I'm sure I did.
Nice.
oh yeah, Stormwave's mentioning about Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu not being the most intuitive choice, but it was alright. Yeah, I actually think that was a really good film too, Detective Pikachu. I really enjoyed that.
The picture was awesome, man.
I'm not a fan of Ryan Reynolds.
Are you not?
No, not a fan.
Why is that then? I know there'll be a reason with you. I'm just intrigued what it is.
I just find he's probably a nice guy, but it's just I'm not just sometimes just not a fan of him. I think he's a bit sarky, and I didn't actually like Deadpool either. didn't really like him in that.
I've never seen Deadpool, man.
Yeah,
I like that. But then I think where I'm different to... I know I'm different to Bill in this regard. I might be different to you as well, James, as I'm quite a big Marvel fan. But I don't know if you guys are so much. Really?
I don't like Marvel.
Are you a DC man, by any chance?
I'm an opt-out man.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I don't like any of them, to be honest, man.
Right.
I think I'm with James as well on that, man. I'm not into any superhero stuff at all. I'm not even into the Batman movies.
The Batman movies are cool.
The Dark Knight was good. Half of it was good. I wasn't really keen on the ending. I thought the ending just dragged on for ages. And the bits of the
What's
Joker
that? The Dark
brilliant.
Knight?
Yeah, I think the bits of the Joker are good, but all the rest of it I just found boring. I think it's
I don't
one
know.
of the most...
See, I think The Dark Knight is one of the greatest films ever made, man. Really good stuff.
I think it's good. It's good, but it's like one of the most overrated films ever made. Like,
No.
it is, man. The bits of the Joker...
How's it overrated, Bill? Come on, how's it overrated?
Well, the bit in Hong, like if you watch, I agree with everything James Rolfe said about it, which makes it overrated. The bit in Hong Kong is just dull. It's just boring.
It stretches on for a while there, and the bit with the other bit for me is like the sort of wager he sets at the end, the Joker, where there's the two boats and one will get blown up and the other won't. I felt like that went on a little long as well. Yeah.
It's not the second best film. I think it's like the third best film of all time, and it isn't that. It's a good film. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good film.
It's not the best film of all time by any means, but it is a good film.
I think that's what gets me. I do think it's a good film, but it's kind of like it's not, gone far like Shawshank.
It's definitely.
It's no Black Panther, is what you're saying, Bill. It's no Black Panther.
On Rotten Tomatoes, Black Panther is the best film of all time.
You can tell I'm just baiting Bill, because we've talked about this a couple of times on stream, and every time he's like, it can't be the best movie. I've never seen it, but it can't be the best movie. I'm like, you can't say that if you've never seen it.
I've never seen it, but it can't be the best movie of all
Yeah,
time.
but it might be. You don't know, do you? You've never seen it. You can't say it's not the best if you've not seen it.
But I don't like superhero stuff. I mean, that's going to be a big problem for me as well.
Yeah.
So
I prefer films that make you think. Like, I find like all the Marvel films and stuff like that. It's perfect for like eating popcorn too, and just generally being entertained. But when it comes to movies, I like to be like challenged when I'm watching something.
Yeah. I'm not sure how strong these people are in this. Because I watched the Avengers and they're getting smashed through buildings, and I'm kind of like, right, I'm not sure how strong these guys are. So did that hurt? Do I feel worried for this person because he got smashed through a building? Obviously, if he's me, I'll be pretty worried. If he was like, if he was smashed through a building, that's like you're dead. But then he gets back up. I'm like, well, I don't really feel worried for these people because they just smash into this, smash into that. And there's a bit where the Hulk picks up that Loki guy, and it's funny. He smashes him over that.
That's right.
And he's just like on the floor. I'm like, all right, so it didn't hurt that much, so he's all right. I'm not sure when to feel like I'm worried for this character if he's getting beat.
Yeah,
up.
it's like there's hardly any stakes when it comes to the fighting. Like,
I just saw him get smashed through a building, and so I'm not really worried about if he gets in a little fight with someone.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a fair point. Like, there's a lot of having to, I don't know, almost set up for yourself when you watch those films, sort of your own points of reference in regards to their power, and in some ways you have to fill in the blanks in your own mind a bit about their power levels and things. But I think if you don't have a background watching comic movies or growing up with the actual comics, then that's not the most easy accessible thing, really.
If you compare it to Terminator 2, you know pretty much how strong the T-800 is. It's a machine. It's
Terminator 2.
Where he's fighting a liquid metal thing, so you know the liquid metal thing can just regenerate itself, and the other one can't, but it's rock solid, but it can be torn apart. So you kind of like, you feel like, oh crap, Arnie's. And the thing is that the first Terminator, it's the better. You know what I'm saying? I just think Terminator 2 is one of the best films ever made. That's a good
definitely, man. Terminator 2 is classic.
Like
one of the greats, man.
It was like the Black Panther of its time, definitely.
Oh, fuck off.
Is it the best movie ever made?
What, Black Panther? No, of course it's not. I just like winding you up. I'm only bringing it up to tease you at this stage.
Rotten Tomatoes say it's the best film ever made.
Well, it obviously is then.
Black Panther. Yeah, it's mental.
Black Panther.
Yeah, Google it. I might have been dreaming. It might be a weird fever dream I had, but I'm pretty sure. I went on to Google Rotten Tomatoes to find out what their best film was, and it's Black Panther.
Well, dude, if they say it's true, it is true. It's gotta be.
Who are we to argue? We just need to change our own opinions to match the opinion of Rotten Tomatoes. I think it also probably applies to games as well, doesn't it? And all forms of media. Let the internet tell you what to believe. That's my motto.
I've heard Rotten Tomatoes are pretty bad at their score system. I watched the new Rambo movie, and no, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't 14%.
14%.
They gave it 14%, and it wasn't. It was basically. It was like on the League of Under Siege or Under Siege 2. It was just a silly, fun, blow up shit, kill the bad guys movie. But they gave it 14%. I was like, what?
Jesus Christ, that's a low score, man.
Yeah, I think it was even less than that. I can't remember, but yeah. And then they gave I think they gave some really. I can't remember what film it was, but they gave it 90 or something. I was like, that was shite.
I mean, even this stream, I think, would get at least 15%. So how we're not better than a Rambo movie, I don't know. I mean, I suppose in fairness, my physique is pretty impressive, so there is that to consider. Yeah,
that gives us at least 14%. The other 1%.
That's it.
James.
3 hot men on a video. Yeah. Oh man. So we're coming into
the best Rambo is number 1, man. That's the best Rambo film.
Oh, I think Rambo. John. What was Rambo 4? John Rambo? Is it called John Rambo?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I think it is, yeah.
Where it's in Burma?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's like self-titled, isn't it?
Yeah, that was mental, that one. That was crazy. So Tom, what was happening? Where are you?
So we're about 2/3 of the way through. I'm chasing after the egg carrier, but yeah, I can't catch up to it because Sonic's not particularly fast. He's pretty slow as a character. And then
Gotta go fast,
your boy's going to come in and save the day here. Tails comes out of nowhere. That genius Professor Tails has made a new plane that's blue this time round. So yes, we're chasing after the egg carrier to get Amy back because she's been kidnapped. So it's quite an intense storyline here, quite emotional stakes, I feel. No, I make fun, but I've got to give them credit that they really made an effort with this game. But I still think that's where, at times, it falls under its own ambition a bit too much. They tried to do so much that they didn't perhaps polish some of the main gameplay. But then equally, there is part of me thinks part of what makes this game good is the variety. So yeah, it's a tough one, because if they had more of a narrow focus, you would never get a stage like this one. So
I'll just keep up the chat. So Heath Ledger was the best Joker. He was really, really good. Yeah, he was good. You want to see a good film? Watch Paddington Bear. Wilson liked that movie. He watched the whole thing from beginning to end.
Oh man,
Paddington.
Brilliant.
Black Panther, great film. Crap the last 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes is a good chunk of a film. So if 20 minutes of crap, then it doesn't deserve to be the best film ever made.
I think it does.
This is going to be like an ongoing thing from now on.
Yeah, that's right.
I just want to make sure it wasn't a dream that I had, because sometimes you think, oh, you're a dream. I just want to see if I am right. Rotten Tomatoes.
I feel like next stream I might just dress up as the Black Panther now and just like sit here and troll Will the whole time.
I will smash that dislike button if you do that.
To your own video, you'd be like, delete this video,
It's not
delete this
something I don't
content.
like the film. It's just like
Report.
I know. I think the only thing that gets me with your comments about it is that you haven't seen it. So if you'd gone, oh, I've seen it and I know it's not, but it's the fact you're so adamant that it's not the best film ever, but you've never seen it. And I'm like,
Have you seen it, Tom?
I've seen it, and like my own personal opinion
The best film ever?
is that it's the greatest thing that mankind has ever created. No, it's okay. It's not like spectacular. It was good, but only in a kind of, all the Marvel movies have kind of certain qualities to them, and so did Black Panther. There was some good nuance in it, insofar as the main villain kind of really feels like he might be the good guy at points, until he kills like an old woman, and then you're like, oh, okay, actually you're a bit of a douchebag. So it's got a bit of nuance, even though it's a Marvel film. And I think the whole, from a kind of cultural significance standpoint, to have an overtly African character coming from an African nation, albeit a fictitious one, it was quite a powerful thing, particularly it being like an unknown property and everything. So I can see its cultural significance. I'm giving you like a really in-depth review here, but I don't think it's like a kind of life-changing film or anything. I think it's just watchable,
this is
much
what
like
I'm
the other
saying,
Marvel films. So there you go. That is my more than 2 cents on Black Panther. So Bill, basically, it's the best film ever made, and you're wrong for not thinking so. That's my takeaway for.
This is a program called Lupin, which I've been watching. We watched a bit of it today, and I thought it was absolute shite, and it's got 97%. I thought it was terrible.
What film? Sorry.
It's called Lupin. It's a TV series that I was watching today, and it's so cheesy. It's so cheesy. It's got 97% here. Crazy.
A good TV show that you guys should watch on Netflix. It's a German show. It's called Dark. Have you guys ever seen that?
Oh, what was it called?
The Dark.
The Dark.
No, I haven't seen that.
No, just Dark. Just Dark.
Oh, just Dark.
No, like nighttime dark.
Das Dark, yeah.
2017? Oh yes.
I saw a really weird. This is a complete tangent, by the way. I saw a really weird thing on Netflix the other day called Guess Who's Back, and it's about Hitler coming back in the modern day, and it's all in German. And it's really, really weird. Yeah, I don't know how that came up on my Netflix, but it did. But it's actually quite good fun. It's got nothing to do with anything, this comment. I just felt like I needed to raise a weird thing.
I think the real question is, Don, the real question is it better than Black Panther?
I mean, is anything that mankind has ever done better than Black Panther? That's what we need to ask ourselves. Actually, I feel like this game probably has a deeper storyline than most movies that get released. Quite a lot going on,
Is it
isn't
better
there?
than Black Panther?
I think this is like up there with Lord of the Rings in terms of the amount of depth to it, and it's like a Tolstoy novel or something, very in depth. So, sorry, I just had to laugh at that bit of dialogue there. I don't think you guys caught the sound. Just like, here we go, like that. It's like, what? This game is so. It's got so many weird moments like that.
It's one of the best aspects of this game. The voice acting is so good.
I do love it. Like it's.
How's the best voice acting? No, how's the 2's got the best voice acting?
That's right.
I don't know, man. Resident Evil 1 has got the best voice acting.
Well, Symphony of the Night is another one. That's got some great voice acting.
The Egg Carrier. I'll buy you a Black Panther costume for your inevitable Sonic 1 GBA blindfolded playthrough.
Yeah, I'm game. Oh man.
Isn't the outfit just a black, like a wetsuit? Black wetsuit. That's what it is.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
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 Oh, I love it. It's just the idea of
You know
playing Sonic
what it
1
looks like if you saw the
GBA.
film, wouldn't you, Bill?
Sorry, say again.
Oh, go on.
No, you go.
He was pointing out that, you would know what the costume looked like if you saw the greatest film ever made, known as Black Panther.
Exactly.
I'm trying to find out. Maybe I did do it.
I love it because I can tell that when I say it, like, I'm just stirring it every time, and Bill's like, it can't be the best. I'm like, no, Bill, it is the best, objectively. Oh, this is definitely the hardest stage in the game, I'd say, and the one where the main enemy glitches has the most to contribute, as does camera angles. Camera angles and glitches are definitely pretty deadly in this level. But having said that, I think this is like
the side scrolling.
a fun
The
stage.
side scrolling. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool too, that bit. And it actually works pretty well for the most part. Like, it doesn't work the same way as later Sonic games. Oh dear. That camera is definitely not my friend there. That was tough.
Rambo Last Blood on Rotten Tomatoes got 26% by the critics of Rotten Tomatoes. 172 reviews. However, the audience score gave it 82%.
Yeah, that's the problem these days, man. Like, there's a lot of political agendas when it comes to criticism these days.
Definitely.
Okay.
I look at The Last Jedi. Look at the score on that, man. The critic score is like 100%, and then like the audience score is like 2.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Basically, you always go by the audience score, man. I never go by critic scores. I don't even go by scores. I just tend to just watch it, and if I like it, I like it. You know?
Yeah,
that's it.
I actually think nowadays you have to be quite brave to take your own opinion on a lot of these things, because the moment you don't have the same opinion as everyone else, you'll be like really criticised for it. And gone are the days like pre-internet when you could just see a film and talk about it. Now it's always, I didn't like it, but I read this review, therefore I should give it more time, and I should like it because it's meant to be one of the best games or best films ever.
Because I've been told to like it. It's just
exactly.
No.
The same thing happens with games all the time too. I mean, this game's a good example because this is known for being like a glitchy mess, and it doesn't hold up because it's so hard to play. And the insinuation is that you won't enjoy playing it, but I actually do. Like, I genuinely want to get past the glitches, which admittedly are there and are as bad as said. But once you learn to work around them, there's a really good experience to be had. And I think it's the same with movies, as it is with games in that respect. Like, the internet can colour your judgment.
It's the same with any media when you think about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
like it all just comes down to your personal preference.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't play this game. I'd play number 2 because number 1 to me is just mainly the camera and the bugs and a lot of the issues. I just can't look past it.
No, it's fair enough. Like, I think if you don't have some nostalgia for it from back in the day, it's even harder as well to.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh dear! I thought I died there, but I'm still alive.
I thought you were just off into the sky then.
Yeah, this is definitely, in my opinion, like the hardest level in the game. Harder even than Final Egg.
Oh, look at that, man! Jesus.
It's like, guns everywhere, and the camera goes absolutely mad at points here. But having said that, I like it.
Jesus.
It's very ambitious as a level. But I mean, stuff like this. Like, how was I meant to dodge that? I was just like completely cameraed into dying there. It's definitely the main enemy in the game, the camera. No doubt about it.
Indeed.
But, I'll give it some credit. It keeps you on your toes, that camera. Look at that! Yeah, this is where it starts to... That expression I've been using, like, buckles under its own ambition. That's definitely starts to happen a bit on this stage, I'd say.
There's just so many things going on, man. So many things going on. Especially on this stage.
But I don't think it's actually, like, a technical problem where the Dreamcast can't keep up. I don't think the Dreamcast is the issue. I think it just needed a bit more time...
Design issue.
Development-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Because as you've said, James, like in Sonic Adventure 2, they fixed like so many of these problems that you have here.
Yeah, definitely.
Just aren't issues on that one at all. Like, there's still times where the camera plays up in Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere near as much.
It's not perfect. Yeah.
It's no Black Panther of games, that's to be sure.
Sonic Adventure 1 is way better than Sonic Adventure 2, in my opinion. All right.
Phil's trying to change the subject here by reading out comments.
Is there a game that any of you could play blindfolded?
Probably Black Panther for the Wii. No, the closest I could come is I can sometimes do the first couple of levels of Sonic 1 blindfolded. I can't do it consistently, but I can manage it occasionally. So that would be my...
I can't even do them with my eyes.
No.
I can use my psychic ability to play Tetris.
Bill, out of interest,
Tetris
what's the game that you think you're best at, Bill? Because I know you're not really... Yeah, you wouldn't say you play loads of games, but...
Nothing.
Nothing.
He's best at not playing games.
Best game I can do. I've probably just, even though you beat me, I've lost it to pretty much everybody. I reckon Street Fighter 2. But not even that. I'm shy to, I can't even do the Dragon Punch.
I thought you were pretty good at Splatterhouse 2 when we played it. Like, you showed me some stuff.
No, but that's like walk forward and punch. Walk forward and punch. It's like, there's no real strength. Most of it is fluke.
Whoa, where am I going?
Oh,
No, I'm terrible at all games, to be fair. Just usually just stick on all the cheats and just God mode and invincibility in all weapons.
God mode.
Most of the time.
Speaking of God mode, I really want to play
Jesus,
bit
that
of Doom.
camera.
Yeah, this is really tough here. Just the camera is definitely. This is like the camera's ultimate form, I would say. Like, this is the ultimate boss battle with the camera.
With games, you think I think that I can do it well, and then you hear, like, for example, like if I thought, alright, I can play Doom quite well. If you went on like a forum or like a Discord or whatever like that, you'll find out you're so shit.
Oh yeah, but there's always going to be someone better in everything, though, isn't there? You know?
Yeah, it's like the things you work out is like people would like exhaust it every possibility. Like, how do you you strafe around this to jump, and if you use that, you can glitch this and do that.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's
It's like-
definitely.
it's-
I mean, I just think it's how filmmakers feel when they watch Black Panther for the first time. They think, I've been trying for... Sorry, that'll be the last one. I just had to make one more joke. Had to get you one more time.
Black Panther. Just watch it. Okay.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it and make my own.
Yeah.
If there's a giant CG fight in the end, then I'm out.
Oh, Tommy, fucking your quality, man.
There's Godzilla versus King Kong, and I saw the trailer and I went, well, that looks like complete and utter crap. Check the comments. Everyone's like, this looks amazing. This is going to be the best film of all time. I'm like, what's wrong with people? It looks so bad, man. It looks terrible. I mean, that's my opinion, honestly. That's my opinion. I would occasionally headache play Pokemon with my eyes closed and covered by a blanket. Ninja Bread Man for Wii playthrough.
Ninja Bread Man. I've never heard of that Nintendo fruit.
No, I think I've
What's
heard
that,
of
man?
it.
I've heard of it, but I've not played
Sounds
it.
pretty intriguing.
Yeah, it's
Memories
the name alone.
I remember which 4 attacks are from the battle screen. Alright, yeah. Hey, Nurse Strategy, how you doing? Memorize, okay. Now, games you can play blindfolded. I think just play Tetris and just try and get lucky.
Yeah.
Just try and imagine what block you have, and if you know you might complete it. I think that'd be impossible. I think it's mental when people can take a Rubik's Cube and study it, and then do it blindfolded. That is the most insane thing ever. Blindfolded. Think about it. That's ridiculous to be able to do that.
I've seen people do something a bit like that with Pac-Man as well, because when you get past, I think it's level 256, it becomes the glitch levels, doesn't it? And so you can't see. I don't know if you ever watched this on YouTube on any of your rabbit hole falling intos, but the whole game starts to glitch up, and you can't even see the ghosts at one point and stuff, and people still play it
Bloody hell.
at that point. Yeah,
That's be rough.
that's it. That's why because sometimes people said to me, like, have you ever thought about doing speed running? Like, they've seen maybe a bit of a stream or something in a game I know really well, but that's why I could never do it, because you just have to dedicate so much of your time and mental and emotional energy to it, and I just feel like I'd rather have a life than be able to play blindfolded Pac-Man. Yeah, exactly.
I think I've got a problem with speedrunning as well. Like I always prefer taking my time with video games. Like I always like to just experience it at my own pace. And like you said, Tom, like in order to be able to speedrun something, the game would literally have to become your life for so long, just so you could get used to all of the shortcuts and the best ways to build, etc.
You wouldn't see the game for what it is anymore.
Yeah.
You won't see it. You'll see it as like Matrix code.
Yeah, the code. Like you just see the code.
You won't see it for a game anymore. You just see it kind of like, right, this, that. And kind of like that's the sort of thing I would like to avoid, really.
Yeah.
It's just play it for what it is and admire the art style, admire the music, and admire like what went into making it. And that sort of thing. That's what I like to. That's what I like.
Definitely, mate.
Don't need to be good at it. I just, you know.
I think there's a time to play a bit sparingly as well. Like I'm enjoying this because I haven't played it for about a year. So like about once a year I'll play through Sonic Adventure, and that way it stays fun and stays a bit fresh. Whereas if I just played it to excess to try and get to the point where I could do Emerald Coast in under 45 seconds or whatever it was, it just wouldn't be enjoyable. I'd rather play a few different games. Yeah.
You're like, fuck this game.
Like, I never want to hear that music again.
Bracelet he's got on.
Say it again.
He's got like a
What's that do?
green bracelet on. What's that about?
Oh, that's a power up I got earlier in the game. It's not just Sonic, going through an experimental punk phase or something like that. It's like an item in the game. Robotnik ran away towards the front of the ship.
Dude, I love the design of this ship. It looks so cool.
It's a real showcase of the Dreamcast power as well. Like all of the transparent effects and things. Because you've got to remember, when this came out, people were still playing on PS1 and N64, and there's no way you could ever imagine anything like this. And like I said, the leap from Sega Saturn to this for me was like, whoa, I've gone from a system that arguably is underpowered for 3D to one that's a generation ahead and
overpowered.
Well, the fact this came out 2 or 3 years before PS2 as well, like, just really shows how ahead they were. Froggy.
It's such a shame the Dreamcast didn't have the chance to fully flourish, man.
Yeah.
If Sega had made better decisions, they might even be making consoles today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really agree with you.
It is sad.
I feel like this game and Sonic Adventure 2 and Shenmue, things like that, they're like the last real snapshots of Sega at their prime, and you can see it in this game. You can tell, as much as there are problems, they must have spent so much time and energy on this. Like, you look at the soundtrack, the presentation. Yeah, like Sega just aren't able to do that anymore. They don't have the resources to make great games like this. It's a real shame.
I think Sega's prime, like you said, was like, the end of the Dreamcast with games like this, Shenmue, Sonic Adventure 2. But then also the early years of the original Xbox.
Yeah.
And the original Xbox really felt like a Dreamcast 2 to me, because like I was such a big fan of Sega, obviously. And a lot of their sequels to the Dreamcast games came onto the original Xbox.
That's right.
Like Jet Set Radio Future, Panzer Dragoon Auto, all of those classic games. It's so good, man. Yeah, like you said, like this was definitely Sega at their best. They're nowhere near the company they used to be.
No, it's a real shame. Oh, watch that.
What does Sega do now?
They still make the occasional good game. They bought up a lot of key studios, like the guys that make Total War and people like that. And they still bring out, like a few. They do bring out a few good games a year, in fairness. But
Yakuza.
Yeah, Yakuza. That's a good example. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome game.
But yeah, they're not, as James said, they're not quite what they were, unfortunately. I actually feel like when they went third party and they were going on Xbox and GameCube and stuff, if they played their cards right, they could have become like the best at that point. Like if they'd made slightly better choices. But yeah, I feel like for whatever reason they didn't kind of capitalise on that position. Because Sega, and people don't even really associate Sega with quality anymore, I wouldn't say. Like people just think, Sega, has been developer. Yeah, it's a real shame because they used to be, right. They're the only people really, I think, that could hold a candle to Nintendo's level of quality as a developer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Because there's no way that even when Sony and Microsoft entered the console wars, like Sony took ages to acquire their own studios, and then Microsoft just did what Microsoft do, which is throw money at things and just got exclusivity to Halo. And they were like, we don't have our own studios, but we don't need it. We're going to buy Rare, we're going to buy Halo, we're going to get loads of exclusivity with Sega. Yeah, we don't need
the funniest thing about Microsoft when they bought Rare? When they bought Rare, they actually thought that they were going to get Donkey Kong.
That's right. Yeah.
Like when they bought Rare, it's like it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So they'd somehow get Nintendo, trademark characters magically.
Yeah. That's madness.
And they kind of killed Rare a little bit for quite a few years, didn't they? Like Rare didn't really do very much for ages. Like they went from being Rare are a strange studio, aren't they? Like some of their games are amazing. Yeah. What's your favourite Rare games? Would you say? What would be your top 3, 4, or 5?
Oh,
Perfect Dark.
Donkey Kong for sure.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country on SNES is that, or Donkey Kong 64 because of the rap?
No, it's going to be SNES though, man. And GoldenEye, obviously.
Yeah.
Perfect Dark. Oh god, trying to think of some other ones they've made now. Banjo-Kazooie, obviously, that's a good one.
Yeah, my mind's going to Battletoads, weirdly. Just, even though that's not a good example.
Battletoads! Dude, Battletoads is awesome! I completely forgot about it, though.
Yeah.
I love Battletoads on the Super Nintendo. Great game.
Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country, and Perfect Dark. I think for me.
There's a new Battletoads reboot that's been done. That's available on Game Pass.
I got sent a code. I got sent a code for that, man.
Oh, really?
I don't really like it.
No, I haven't really given it much of a try. I was just thinking, I kind of want to give it a go, but I feel like it's a game that'd be better done in multiplayer mode. So maybe after COVID's gone, I might get Billiam round, or maybe we'll do an online game sometime or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because it might not be a great game, but it might be one that's fun for a kind of one-off stream, and then we kind of got all the entertainment out of it that we were going to. It's not a Black Panther that you'd watch again and again. It's just
I don't know, you just drop it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just like have the normal conversation, then just Black Panther.
Yeah, it's got to find the link. Sorry, Bill, you were about to say something before I trolled you once again.
Oh, no,
Black Panther.
Yeah,
you got Black Panther.
Bill
Panther. I'd say
Bill Panther.
We've got another couple of levels yet.
Oh, Bill, I'm changing the name to Bill Panther on my Discord.
From Billy Mitchell, which is equally a troll, to Bill Panther.
I just think it can't be the best film of all time. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's so wrong.
You know what, Bill? I'm going to watch it tonight, and I'll give you my vote.
And you let me know what you think. Yeah, that's it. I can't be bothered.
There is no way it's the best film ever made. It's more like the best fictional work ever made by humanity in any form to just call it films.
I can't see Tomatoes top 100 films like IMDb.
What's everyone's favourite film, man? What's everyone's favourite film?
Favourite film? Oh man, it's sort of
don't take the piss, Tom.
Yeah, it's a real toughie, actually, to pick out like a. Because I don't know about you guys, but I find I change quite often as well, depending on what mood I'm in.
Say, like, my idea of film changes as well. I don't know, it's really difficult because you feel guilty as soon as you say the film you like the most. I think
so. 2001 for me, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful film. That's a really, really nice film. Very, very amazing. Like, I watched 2001, and I saw Interstellar, and I was like, Interstellar's. Well, no, sorry, no. Reverse to that. I saw Interstellar. I thought it was really, really good, and then I saw 2001. And I was like, oh mate, like.
Yeah, you can clearly see where Interstellar got its
camera.
Inspiration from.
I'm not dead.
Oh my god, I just saw that.
That was like really painful. I was trying to manipulate the camera so I could see where to jump, but yeah, it didn't work in my favour.
I think for me it would just be simply Alien. I think is my favourite film.
Ooh, good choice, man. Good choice.
Alien
is great.
But I think probably one of the best films ever made. I don't know. Kind of part of me says The Godfather, like the finest film ever created could be The Godfather. I don't know.
Godfather's good.
It's so tough, isn't it?
Really hard. It is really tough. Like what? I mean, not necessarily your favourite film, but like the film that you think that is the best film that's ever been created.
Yeah.
It's so tough when you put it into those terms, isn't it? Because it's like you feel like you're not qualified to answer that. At least that's how I feel, anyway.
No, you're not. Yeah, I feel like that too. Like
Only Rotten Tomatoes, though.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like I don't have the right to an opinion. Only Rotten Tomatoes do, and I should just adopt their opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like the best film ever made was probably Late Night Review's Streets of Rage video when Wilson got the minigun out.
Yes, with Wilson, like...
That's still one of my favourites. I just love it.
We need a sequel. Bill, we need a sequel with Wilson in that tank. It needs to happen.
I look back on those videos and cringe, unfortunately.
Oh, I love those videos.
Dude, I love
honestly,
those
man,
videos.
those are really
videos
good.
Are awesome. Yeah, man. So much fun. I remember when you made that, Bill. I remember when you were showing me like little, sending me little snippets of it.
Yeah, I know. I think I've still worked on my channel.
Oh.
I might have deleted it.
I died.
Dude, don't delete those videos, man. Those videos are great.
Yeah, those are great.
I think they're still on my channel. I think they are. I'm not too sure.
I still remember you sending me, like, out of the blue at one point, like, oh yeah, I've just done a video and I've started rhyming. What do you think about the rhyming? And
Started rimming.
rimming. Yeah, exactly. It's the start of Bill's rimming career.
Bill's the best rimmer.
Bill Panther's rimming
I
career.
did say that.
Bill Panther's rimming.
I did say so, kid. Definitely check your spelling for the future.
Oh, it's quality, man. YouTube comments are the best, man. I absolutely love YouTube comments.
You must have had some good ones over time, James, because you've been doing this quite a
Oh,
while,
that's
haven't
some
you?
quality. So, the one I get the most is kill yourself.
It's just really affirming, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like this. That is kind of like the standard YouTube comment, though, isn't it?
Yes. It's not the best place to try and engage in conversation.
No.
But that is kind of like so standard. You know, anyone gets those.
Yeah.
Bill, do you know who the... there's one person who always dislikes your videos, isn't there? Do you know who that person is? Because I want to give them a shout out. You know, thanks for disliking every video I'm in. But yeah, I wonder what that's about.
Everyone's a critic, aren't they?
It's all good, man. It helps the channel anyway.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice when there'd be a different platform that comes out. Because I'd like to do like real sort of filmmaking. I'd like to sort of like... I was looking at Vimeo. Maybe moving over to Vimeo or something. I'm not sure.
Why don't you
Well,
just
what
upload
Vimeo?
it twice? Once onto YouTube, once onto Vimeo.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel
Oh,
like for
look at this bit in
streaming,
the-
Twitch might be
So cool.
kind of a good platform to go onto.
Yeah, I think Twitch is good for streaming, isn't it? It's really technical though. I don't understand it.
It's not that different, is it, to YouTube? I thought it was pretty much the
Yeah,
same.
it's not that different, really, man. Yeah.
I was watching Twitch today and someone goes, "Oh, thank you, you bought me a coffee." I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, you get all the people like going, yeah. Oh, if you give me $5, thank you, and all that stuff. And it's always the good-looking girls, I notice. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
with
maybe I should become a good-looking girl, and then I could do a really successful Twitch channel. That could work.
Yes.
Maybe I like those, Tom.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
I'd watch, Tom. I'd watch.
Yeah. Don't tell your other half that, you know, that you could subscribe to my dodgy Twitch channel. Yeah, I got to say, James, I love I haven't commented much, but I'm loving the banter on your Discord. It's like really good fun.
Oh, cheers, man. Yeah, it's full of banter. The Discord is like absolute banter.
Just constant lols, yeah. No, I like it, it's good.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, to join Bill's Discord. Here is a link.
Oh, thank you, James.
That's alright, dude.
I feel like that's got some
Yeah,
new, quite a lot of energy in it at the moment, your Discord, Bill. There's quite a lot of comments and stuff going around.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's good fun.
I still don't really understand Discord. I've been on it for like
Bill,
2
that's
years.
like your motto. It's like, I still don't understand, insert here.
Yeah. Trying to work
I
out
still don't really
where to go here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, this cameraman, Jesus.
Yeah, it makes you sick just to watch, let alone to play.
It
this.
does, man. It's like motion sickness.
It's definitely one of the more original villains of the Sonic series, I'd say.
definitely.
Up there with Metal Sonic.
Oh god.
I feel like it's Metal Sonic and the dodgy camera in Sonic Adventure are probably the main villains of the franchise at this point. Eggman's just a bit
Dodgy
overrated,
camera.
really. Yeah.
Like BAP 2.
Oh, yo, BAP, what's up, man?
Mask, facing with Tom's camera and the rest of the stream.
Just seeing where to.
Yeah, does you heard from church at all, James? Does he raps these days?
Yeah, man, yeah, he comes on, we've started doing, like, voice chat every weekend now.
Oh, cool.
And he's usually on there, man.
Sick.
But yeah, he's doing well, dude. He's doing well.
Yeah.
Still an asshole, but he's doing well.
So how did remind me how you two connected them? Like James, you were saying a bit earlier, you just kind of connected online, did you?
Yeah, we just kind of met over YouTube, wasn't it, though?
Yeah.
I can't remember what happened first, if you saw my video or if I saw your video. I can't remember.
I can't remember. It's going back a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was me seeing one of your videos and I commented on it or something. I think so.
Yeah.
And then we did that podcast for a bit.
Yeah, did a podcast for a little bit.
Yeah, and then we got fucking Star Wars chat got banned off the internet.
What was that? What? You got to explain that for me. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, I think we were slacking off The Last Jedi, and then I think we got...
Yeah, we were like having a discussion about The Last Jedi, and it was so bad. The algorithm like picked it up and fucking deleted it. It was
No way. Really? I've never even
terrible.
heard of that.
Really, man. Really dumb.
Yeah,
It was a good discussion as well. It was even Lauren was there as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, I remember us sitting in the cinema, and we're going to talk about The Last Jedi now, but this video banned.
Oh, don't. You'll get shut down, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, Bill, the reason I've been promoting Black Panther so much is all to do with the algorithm. I don't know if you picked up on that. You know, I'm trying to manipulate the algorithm, and I feel like I've done a good job of promoting Black Panther so that this video gets more views.
Everyone just keep on saying Black Panther,
Yeah.
and in the chat, everyone type Black Panther.
Greatest movie of all time.
Back in the day, right? It was just because it just come out, hadn't it? Like, The Last Jedi just came out, and like we were slagging off like literally like the day after it came out. So
Yeah,
I think, like they were, we can't allow that to happen.
so bad, man. Such a good discussion.
Yeah. It was,
But yeah, we got shut down.
yeah.
That's so funny.
I mean, like,
I didn't even know about this saga. That sounds great. I'm just seeing BAP2 is mentioning that he loves, or she, I don't want to assume your gender, loves the Sonic Adventure games. Not much TVGS. And that he's got the Steam ports for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Now just needs some
I
more
hated
fixed
Black Panther.
graphics. Yeah. Who said that? That hasn't come up for me yet.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Man. I hate Black Panther. I love it. I feel like I want to find a mod for Sonic Adventure that morphs the character into Black Panther now, just based on this conversation.
Oh god,
Yeah.
please don't.
I don't think there are any Black Panther games of note, are there? So we're off the hook in that
You've
respect.
got to find one, son. You've
Yeah.
got to find one.
Or I could like hack
You've gotta make
a
it
Batman game or something to have Black Panther in it and be like, oh, here you go, Bill, Black Panther.
Find out. I've got a...
There's a lot of cutscenes in Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
Insane amount. So I'm just like, right, I know I can just sit around and do nothing for a little while whilst this all goes on.
Go make a cup of tea, like.
Yeah. Oh, where did that come from? What's going on?
Oh, fucking hell, Tommy, brilliant, mate.
There we go. That's an improvement to the stream. I love that. Dear God in heaven, above. No, anything but that. Okay, that's fair enough.
Oh, man. This is good. This is going to be like an ongoing meme now, forever.
We'll edit.
Yeah, Bill Panther, like.
Black Panther is the highest rated movie of all time on review aggregated website Rotten Tomatoes. Marvel film currently has 97% score based on 310 reviews, 300 fresh, 10 rotten, which tops Victor Fleming's Wizard of Oz.
Oh. There we go.
Black Panther is not better than the Wizard of Oz.
I think it just shows, that the Rotten Tomatoes algorithm or peer review or whatever you want to call it doesn't work as a system, doesn't it? Because I feel like Black Panther wasn't. Oh look, there's Metal Sonic in the container there. He looks pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, there's another proper Metal Sonic. Yeah. Until they invented a camera glitch as the main villain of the series, I quite like Metal Sonic, but nothing really measures up to camera glitch. Right. This is really annoying, this, because you just kind of have to run around on it until it opens. I think I remember earlier today, I knew this bit was coming up, so I looked up what the code was. So I'm afraid, rather than me walking around jumping on switches for no reason, I'm just going to use the walkthrough. If I've still got it. There we go.
Sounds like a good idea, man.
Yeah, because that would be like the most boring stream ever.
Like? What does the walkthrough look like, man?
I mean, it's pretty epic. It's about 9 or 10 pages long, just for Sonic alone. So, what have we got? 5, 4, 3, then 2. Oh, but I feel like I've already bodged it in some way. So, 5, 4, 3, 2. No, it's not going to work, is it? Because I've already hit a couple of switches.
Yeah. Can you reset it or reset?
Yeah, if I go out of the stage
come back in.
and come back in, yeah, that should do it. Normally, whenever I've got to that bit, I've just spammed them until it worked. But I thought that's not so much fun when you're on a stream, is it? It doesn't actually take too long, though. Eventually, you just get them. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2. This is easy if you know the math behind this puzzle. Well, I don't, Bap. I don't. So I might need you to help me out there. 5, 4, 3. Yeah, look at that. Happy days.
Nice.
I normally just spam it until
job.
I eventually get it. Final egg.
Yeah.
So we're coming towards the end now. And then we're going to do Big the Cat story.
Really?
Oh, God, no.
This is easy if you know the math behind the puzzle. No mods to turn Sonic into Black Panther. They flipped.
My math is about as good as Atari's was when they brought out the Atari Jaguar.
It's some subsection of the game.
Man, I remember spending so much money on an Atari Jaguar, and I got home, and it was the worst day of my life.
Oh, really? Did you get one as a kid, or did you get one as an adult?
Oh, as a kid, man.
Me too. I also bore that cross.
What games did you have for it, James?
Oh, the only game I had for it was what was it? Dragon Bruce Lee story.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, really?
That's a great game. That is a great game, but on the Super Nintendo, it's good on the Super Nintendo.
The Jaguar, like the controller, does you no favors, does it, for playing those kind of games?
The controller was like a telephone. I was like, what is going on?
Did you catch our Atari Jaguar stream a couple of weeks back with Trevor McFur and stuff? Oh man, that was so funny. Honestly, we had such a good laugh doing that.
That was really funny, man. I think the Saturn
I'll have to check that out, man.
Because the Saturn's got some crap on it, hasn't it?
It does, yeah. I was going to try and showcase the greatness and the I'm just going to say and the gashness. The greatness and the gashness I was going to go for.
Gashness.
I'm not sure whether to say that on the stream, but it's out there now.
So
yeah.
We can play Quake. That Quake would be interesting to see. I think Quake's a little bit...
Ooh, nice camera. The camera's come back to attack me again.
Oh my god.
That was so bad. Oh, it's hilarious. It's funny how when this game works well, it works really well, and it's full of really, really cool stuff. Like when I'm running there, it looks really good until I suddenly hit a wall or fall through a wall or whatever might happen. And you're always sort of second guessing yourself in case the camera goes absolutely crazy at a moment's notice. But yeah, like I said, that is Sonic Adventure. It comes with the territory. You just have to live with it and get past it somehow.
Accept it, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You've done pretty well, Tom.
Yeah, final stage.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to do this Save the Saturn stream. It's
Me
gonna be
too.
really cool. Really
look,
cool.
We've got Bad Girl 94 840. Bad Girl. Hey, Bad Girl, how's it going? Heard you like many play Sega. I feel like this is going to be one of those. Would you like to buy some lingerie from me?
Yeah, or love you long time. Please click this link.
And normally it's me that posts that stuff on people's videos, but you know the roles are reversed now. Yeah, Saturn's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to doing that stream.
Yeah, definitely. Some really great games on there.
I've got to say, James, as well, like I saw one of your videos with Saturn Hidden Gems, and I was really impressed with what you picked out, because I thought I was going to click on it and go, oh, look, he's put Radiant Silvergun and Panzer Dragoon Saga and stuff, and it was like, oh no, it's actually...
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, there are loads of games on there I'd never heard of. Like, it was really, really cool. And, you know, I count myself as a bit of a... Because I had a Saturn from launch, and, you know, it was very much my platform of choice that gen. So I saw myself as, there's something cool you can do here. I'll see if I can pull this off. I count myself as an expert, but yeah, you really did. Look at that. Oh, look, the camera's gone mad again.
Oh my god, it's all gone to shit.
Go! The camera is just brutal here.
What the fuck?
What is the camera doing?
I've got a minor in maths. I've got a minor in math, computer science, and history with a BS in digital forensics and cyber security.
It's pretty cool.
Isn't the final boss a serpent or something? Egg viper or something?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Unless we count Perfect Chaos, which is the true final boss, but you have to complete it with every character to get Perfect Chaos. So we could do that tonight, but it does mean playing through hours and hours as Big the Cat. Which
no.
Oh my god.
I've got to do at least a little bit of gameplay, I think, of Big the Cat. And in fact, I should do a little bit of each character, I think, just to show people. Yeah, Black Panther the cat. The big purple panther is what we could call him. That's as close as we get to Black Panther in Sonic Adventure, I realised. And given that Black Panther's the best film ever made, I think it's only right to reference him in some way. Oh, rings.
Bill, I'm going to send you a Black Panther t-shirt. You gotta wear it. Every time you stream, you gotta wear it.
If I see the film and I like it, then I might wear it.
You won't like it, though.
I think it's very unlikely. Have I died? Oh, I think I died. Yeah, get a load of this. That's what the I just seen Nintendo Freaks comment there. That's what the last boss says all the time. He's always shooting at you, going, "Get a load of this. Get a load of this." But we've got that to look forward to yet. Iconic moments of Sonic Adventure.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, so we never really did get to the bottom of why you're up till 5 a.m.
Oh,
yeah, true, yeah. Spill the beans, Bill.
I was just watching skate videos.
Really?
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. I assumed it was you editing or something, but...
No, just watching the skate videos till like 5. Well, I think about 4 in the morning, and I was like, oh my god. Then I woke up at 8 and watched Wilson. Wilson stuck his tongue in my ear, like.
Oh god.
Oh, true love.
He does that all the time. Yeah, he does that all the time.
Bless him.
Have you done any skating recently?
We're still been too wet and stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit, but it's in lockdown as well. Like a lot of places are closed up. A lot of parks are closed, so not really. But wait for summer to come. Hopefully, we'll be out of lockdown this summer. I think.
It's looking hopeful, isn't it?
They're saying by August.
Fingers crossed, man.
They're saying by I think by May, pubs will be back open.
Yes, get wasted every night. Become an alcoholic. Can't wait. Yeah, no, I just can't wait to actually have a life again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be able to go out and about.
That's it.
Imagine by May. That's not too far away, is it? February, March, April, May. 3 months that go quickly. Hopefully.
Yeah. I think we're well positioned here in the UK as well. With much as I don't want to get political, but much as I dislike our current government, it has worked with the vaccines. We have been able to procure them and vaccine at high levels. So there's every chance the UK is going to recover pretty quickly once the rollout's complete. So yeah, I'm really hoping that come summer we can have a good time with it.
Yeah, I definitely think we've lost the NHS though. I reckon it's going to be gone.
You reckon?
Oh, dude, if we lose the NHS, there'll be riots, man.
There will be, but I reckon they're blame us for it. They're like saying, "Oh, what if you stayed indoors? We had too many you would have saved it."
Yeah, there is definitely. Well, I don't want to get too political, but there definitely is an agenda amongst certain people to try and get rid of the NHS.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's like how
you can
else
see it,
do
man.
we get rid of it? How else do we just blame it on COVID?
Yo, it's the egg viper.
Please
I've got to remember how to fight this boss. Get a load of this.
Straight away.
Get a load of this. Ah, he's not going to get away with this, is the other thing he says. Get a load of this. I've got to admit, I can't remember how to beat this boss, so might be a bit of trial and error here.
Can't remember how to beat him.
No, it'll come back to me, I'm sure. But like I said, that's why it's good not to play this game too regularly, because, you know, it keeps it a bit more interesting. Ah, he's not going to get away with this.
I'm just having a little naughty smoke.
Finally got a permanent job, but it's not on digital forensics or cybersecurity, just a wage moving really heavy shit. Alright, cool. It's no use.
That's no use.
Is that what he says?
No!
No use, give up.
It's no use, give up. He's not going to get away with this. I feel like you're missing out by not hearing this sound, Bill.
Probably, yeah.
I might try and put it back on for you so you can hear it.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
I'm good. I'm good.
Have you been doing any running at all, Tom?
I tried it a couple of times, but with the COVID, I can't quite run as much as I used to be able to. I went for a walk today up at Newlands Corner and went for a couple of hours and just felt absolutely wrecked afterwards. So yeah, I'm just
for a big run tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, I kind of wish I could, but I'm just finding at the moment my body's not quite. Oh man, I'm playing really badly. All right, I'll get him this time. I won't do restart. I was going to instinctively restart there.
You got this, Tom. You got it.
I just think it's no use. Give up. And that I'm not going to get away with this. I don't know where those thoughts are coming from.
My life motto, that is.
Yeah.
I live my life by that.
Give up.
I live my life by that.
Yeah.
I think, like, anyone had any YouTube comments with that before?
What? It's no use. Give up. It's not going to get away with this.
I've had a few like that.
What's the weirdest one you think you've had, James, apart from being told to kill yourself, which is a really nice comment?
Oh, I love those comments. They make me want to keep on doing it.
Yeah, that's why you got into it, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. There's been so many weird comments, but what I like are the good comments. You know, you'll read so many bad comments, but then you get the good comments, and like, you know, somebody who's trying to open up a dialogue about a specific game or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you get into like a long discussion about a specific topic. I really like those kind of comments, man. Where, like, you know, you actually have a discussion with somebody instead of somebody just being an asshole.
Yeah. You must have discovered so many games through doing YouTube as well. Like, so many times when people mention something and you're like, oh, never even heard of that. I'll give that a go.
Definitely. Like, when I've done like hidden gems like videos, there'll be people who comment, oh, you should have included this one, you should have included that one. And then what I'll do, I'll obviously go and check them up then in my spare time. And if I think they're good, like, I'll make a second episode sort of thing and then bang them in on that one, you know?
Yeah. Is that where, because, yeah, I saw some of your hidden gem videos, and like I said, I was really impressed. Like, I could tell you hadn't just gone on loads of web forums, which is what a lot of people would do. They'd just go
Oh,
Google
yeah, that's what a lot of people do, yeah.
Yeah. Is that where, like, a lot of the content came from kind of conversations you'd had with people and people just going,
Yeah,
pointing them out.
just natural conversations and like finding out about new games, trying them out, and seeing if I enjoyed them enough to include them in a video. Like,
Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, this is where it gets really difficult around here somewhere. Well, I say really difficult. I mean, it's still a Sonic game, so it's not going to be like brutal, but
That's just me or James.
this is the Bloodborne of the Sonic universe.
I mean, yeah, the combined powers of Eggman and the camera at the same time are definitely adding to the challenge.
It's like Dark Souls, man.
Yeah. Oh, he does something here. He tries to get you at the end, I think. I can't remember how to dodge him now. He's up to something.
I'm not really sure if I find this sort of stuff fun, like bosses with
How was I meant to dodge that? So I guess I've just got to move quicker this time round. But I can see how to beat him. Sorry, Bill, you were saying you're not sure if you find this stuff fun.
I find it like a bit, like, yeah, I find it a little bit repetitive.
Yeah.
Do the same thing over and over again, like.
I'd agree with that. I mean, in
that's
theory,
the same with most platformers, though. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know how to fight the boss, then that doesn't happen. And the only reason up till now there hasn't been so much of that is I've generally known how to fight the bosses. Whereas this is the first time I'm like, oh, I don't actually remember how to beat him. But yeah, it does take some doing with platform games, working out how to beat the bosses. And I find I forget after a while. If I don't play the game for ages, then I forget how to play them. Like the Mega Man games are very like that. They're really based around fighting bosses all the time. And if I don't play them for ages, I forget the patterns. Yeah, I was thinking about doing Mega Man 11 at some point.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. Have you ever played Mega Man Legends?
Oh, on the PS1. I've never actually played it.
Yeah,
I've heard
like
the hype.
RPG.
Is it really good then? Because
Really good.
it's meant to be.
Really good.
So it lives up to the hype, that one, you'd say?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely one of the better in the series. It's like completely different to all the others. It's like it's kind of like an RPG, man. It's really good.
Oh, cool. I actually quite liked. I feel like people don't talk about this series anymore, but I quite liked Mega Man.exe when it came out on Game Boy Advance. I haven't played loads into the series, but I played the first couple and I was like, oh, this is quite good fun back in the day. But again, yeah, it feels like that's one that time forgot as well.
Was Battle Network Mega Man? Is that Mega Man Battle Network?
I think that's the one I was thinking of, Battle Network, when I said .exe. Yeah, I think that's the same, exactly the same series. Yeah, I think I might have just got the name wrong there.
Yeah, I played a couple of those back in the day. They were really cool, but yeah, they were completely different to the usual games that came out in the series. Real departure.
I feel like I'm having when I do these streams, I'm always having trouble with the final boss. Like the same thing happened in Sonic Mania as well. Like I had a really good run, and then the boss seemed to be what held me up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny the other day when I just spontaneously decided to play through Sonic Mania. Like it started as me doing a test stream just to check some settings, and then Bill, that was really funny when everyone was egging me on to finish the game.
Yeah, just like carry on.
To do the game.
Yeah, and I did. I basically, it took about 2 hours, but I just went ahead and did it. Right, hopefully I'll be able to beat him this time, and then I can play as Big the Cat.
Oh God! Please no. Tom, please.
I feel like I should demo a little bit of the gameplay just so people know what it's about, but
How bad it is.
yeah. I think it's probably quite good if you own the fishing controller. Oh, no way! No way did that
Save the
just
bass
happen.
fishing.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, you were so close.
I'm so annoyed. This takes ages, this boss, for me. I've lost about 4 lives on this boss alone. So annoying.
You got this, man. You got it.
Get a load
This is
of
the time.
this.
This is the one.
Get a load of this.
Did you ever play Fantasy Star Online, Tom?
No, and I really want to, because I never had online play back in the day. So I was looking into getting a Dream Pi recently so that I could, get my Dreamcast online. Have you experimented with that at all, James? Like the modern day servers?
Yeah, there's a way you can play it on the PC. I forget what it's called. I think it's like Fantasy Star Demu or something like that. But essentially, it's the Dreamcast game, but on the PC.
Oh, so you like emulate it, do you? Emulate the online play and the server and stuff?
Yeah, it's not emulated. It's like an actual program that you download.
Oh wow.
I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to check it out. But I was playing it with Skill and a few people from my channel.
Cool.
I think we played it. I think it was like last year sometime. But yeah, it's really good, man. Really good.
Nice.
We should do it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Bill, would you be up for giving some of these games a go as well? Like, because you could always join us. We could have all 3 of us on a server or something. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, can do. What systems? Do
That's
you
it.
run on?
Skill Jim's got it. Blue Burst. Fancy Star Online Blue Burst.
I have heard of that somewhere. I've not tried. So yeah, I'll have to give that a go. That sounds cool.
It's really cool, man.
I definitely missed out back in the day, not having my Dreamcast online. But yeah, it's just a little bit. I got my Dreamcast that little bit too late, where dial-up had already pretty much, died by the time I got my Dreamcast.
Yeah. Dude, I remember playing Fancy Star Online on the Dreamcast back in the day. It always had to be after 6 p.m.
Oh yeah,
it was like
phone
a
bill.
penny a minute. Yeah. Man, those are some good times.
Yeah, I think by that point I'd sort of moved on to PC gaming a little bit, because I got my first PC and Wireplay from BT and stuff like that, playing Duke 3D and all of that stuff. My bro used to be like massively into Duke 3D back in the day as well, and playing like clans and stuff. It's really weird thinking back to those early days of online gaming.
Man, I remember going to, there used to be a place here in Cardiff called eQuest.
Oh, right.
It was like an internet cafe, but it was all like LAN-based gaming. So like, you had like Battlefield 1942, Counter-Strike, Age of Mythology, like loads of different PC games, which were big at the time. And you could just go there for a whole afternoon and just play them. Oh, it was great. Absolutely great. I miss places like that now.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's not much calling for it because it's so easily available now these days, isn't it?
That's it. I mean, there's still a couple around, but I just feel like those businesses are going to really go under because of COVID as well.
Yeah.
I actually
definitely.
Recently I was thinking about, this is me like putting something out on the internet that wasn't really being public about. I was actually thinking about looking into opening up my own video game themed cafe or something similar, because I've got enough game systems.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
Yeah, and like I looked into it, and effectively I just have to get a business development loan and stuff like that. And I started even like researching it and things, but it's just like at the moment the world is just on halt when it comes to things like that. And it's exactly the kind of thing that wouldn't be COVID compliant, or I'd have to like sanitize all the controllers or whatever it would be.
You spend half the day spraying everything, man.
That's it. But I'm still considering it because I think it'd be like just a really cool thing to do. And I'm now at the point in my life where I'm old enough to actually have business sense and know how to do something like that. So it's a definite consideration. I went to this really cool retro gaming bar in Budapest a couple of years ago, and that was awesome. And then there's one, like not far from where I am, in a city rather, called Portsmouth. And I was like, I could do this. I could run something like that. So it's one of my visions. I was trying to recruit Bill to do it with me, but unfortunately the idea never really got off the ground. But I might pursue it once things open up a bit more.
We should all do it together, lads. We should all do it together.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Between us, we'd have enough stuff.
The Triforce Cafe.
That's it.
Triforce Cafe.
We'd all bring something different. So like Bill could do all the decorating, and like he could
everything would be made out of cardboard.
Yeah, that's it, including the food. The food would it'd be on TripAdvisor. I like the decorations being made of cardboard, but not the food.
RuneScape
it'd be brilliant, man.
A RuneScape stream potentially. Fantasy Star
RuneScape.
Online
Oh
2.
my god.
That's real back in the days, isn't it?
I forgot the server.
I know,
name.
yeah.
We played a really good one, James. Like the 3 times X.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Tom. Skill was one of the lads who I played Fantasy Star Online Blueburst with, and we had such a laugh, man. We had such a good time.
Oh, cool.
Skill, if we do it again, Skill, and you've got the time, join us, man. It'd be cool to have you in the game as well.
Yeah, definitely need to do a RuneScape stream or Minecraft, Roblox.
Roblox.
Yeah.
Roblox.
It's all the games that, because we talked about this before, like somebody mentioned it, and I was like, Yeah, I'd be up for trying Roblox. I don't know loads about Roblox, but I'd be up for it. And Bill was a bit like,
No.
I'm just not sure that's my channel.
Yeah, you want to stay away from Roblox, man.
Yeah.
Terraria.
Oh, Terraria. Terraria is really good.
Yeah, or Fortnite. RuneScape Classic. How are you guys? Yeah, we're going good. We're going good.
Yeah.
I'll totally help you. I keep seeing empty buildings around my town, trying to them to become barricades.
Barcades.
Barcades.
Like an arcade and a bar
Barricades.
together.
Barricades.
Barricades. I'd really love it if we went under martial law and the army took over and every single empty building was a barricade. Yeah, barcades. I think it's fair to say. Oh, man.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I think we could do that together.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, get the army in.
Yeah, Skill, if you can, man, drop the details for the server and the program on the Discord, man. And we'll look into getting Fancy Star up and running then.
Yeah.
This week.
The other game I really reckon you guys should check out is this Sonic Robo Kart that I've talked about a few times. It's effectively like a free Mario Kart clone, but got really good online play. And I played that a few times with my friends and stuff, and I'd really like to do it for a stream sometimes. So that's one for you guys to check out. Is if you download Sonic Robo Kart 2, it runs on PC or Mac, and it is just as simple as download it and you can play. But yeah, I was like really impressed with how good it was. So that's
we
something
should do
I'd
that, guys.
recommend.
Like, can we all play together at the same time then?
Yeah, well, what we could do potentially, I was thinking, is if you guys are up for playing it over a stream sometime, you could share your gameplay footage with Discord, and I could do it like 3 different screens. It's a bit ambitious. It might work, it might not. But I could have like all of our gameplay footage, and we could do like a stream and just chat over video whilst we play the game.
That'd be cool.
I think that
That'd
could be
be
really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I'm up for trying that, man.
Yeah, I want to do the same the week that Bill brings out his Doom 2 video. I want to do loads of Doom Engine games as well. So it might be that we could do Doom 2 or something, and then we could have the 3 different windows around for each of our gameplay footage, and then us in the corner, and we could just like play through it to really promote the new video. Just a couple of thoughts I had. I feel like I'm giving everyone behind the scenes here. This is how we talk when we're off stream. We go like, oh, I've got this idea, and it's this and it's this. But I've just put it out to everybody now. But yeah, there we go.
Everyone's writing it down now. Like, right, that's
Yeah, this will find like every other streamer copies that idea. I'll look at that end artwork, and it's even got a bit of French in there to show that Sonic is multilingual. Finn. He's a multilingual high-speed hedgehog. Yeah. So
GG time. GG.
Yeah, I'm pleased. I'm going to showcase,
Well done.
just to make Bill laugh, what Bill the Cat. Yeah, I'll call him that. Bill the Cat's gameplay is like, and then we'll call to a close from there. But yeah, in order to get, so that took, so far we've been playing for about 2 hours there. So that's to 100% Sonic. But you can see there's all these other characters as well. So it's actually a really big game. You wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it in one stream, but it'd take you about 10 hours, I reckon. Which, I might be up for doing that for charity or something. But, this character. Oh, man. He's like definitely the weirdest addition to the Sonic series.
Just stop the stream, Tom.
Yeah. Oh, it's just got worse. It's gone from like Black Panther tribute stream to Big the Cat taking over. I think what I'll do is literally the first level, if I can even manage the first level. But look at this! Like, this is definitely where the game was so incredibly ambitious that they'd, bearing in mind how long what we just played was, and then there's this whole other story with a completely different gameplay style. It's just really where the game starts to collapse, I think, under its own ambition. That's taken so long to make all this.
It's got to be commended, though. It's got to be commended. Like, the amount of diversity in this game is insane.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it is a good thing, even if some of it isn't even, even if some of it isn't worth playing. Like, the fact that
that's an unfortunate view.
I know. Yeah.
Sorry,
that it's even there. The fact that it's included. I think it's a testament to how far ahead. Oh, I can't even think of the fucking word I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
How
innovative.
Before its time, Sonic Adventure was. There we are. Before its time.
So weirdly, my Dreamcast just turned itself off magically.
Do you want to know why? Because it knows that you were going to play Big the Cat, and it just wanted to turn that off. Even the Dreamcast is like, no.
I will not play that game any longer. So I think I'm going to take that as a sign that that's where the stream should end. So it's been awesome. So for those who don't know, our new dude here, James, is from that video game show. James, just give us a little bit of an overview for viewers that are new to your content. Like, what sort of stuff do you do on your channel?
Do a lot of streams, a lot of top 10s, and just generally talking about video games. I've started a new series about graphically impressive games. I recently did a Dreamcast episode as well. So if you are a fan of the Dreamcast, head on over to my channel and check that one out.
Cool.
But yeah, there's a bunch of content on my channel that you'll probably enjoy, guys. So yeah, head on over, see what you think.
Awesome. Well, it's been great to have you here. I'm looking forward to having you back for the Saturn stream as well.
Yes,
I'm
going
to be so
beat
good.
your ass on Street Fighter Alpha 2.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Yeah. Cool. I've got some good stuff in the pipeline. And Bill, any updates from you in terms of your Doom 2 video? When can people expect it released?
It's taking a long. It's going to take a long. I'm not going to rush it out, man. I'm just going to take as long as I need to take on it. It's I need to do all the audio and stuff, and there's so much to do, and color correction, but it's coming along. It's coming along.
Cool. I think it gives me a bit of time to actually get good at playing Doom as well for that week when we stream it all. Just seeing what's.
Are you going to be streaming? Are you going to be doing Doom 3?
Potentially. Look at that, the contradiction. Bill's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, maybe.
No, I think I might leave it. I might just talk about the last one. I think I'm not sure what to do after.
Mortal Kombat. That's what you're going to do afterwards, man. Mortal Kombat. Come on.
Yeah.
That idea with the skull.
I might do, but I thought about how I could do it, and I'll have a think. It would be probably pretty cool. But I don't know. I kind of want to end on a high note, and I think Doom 2 would be like a good way to end it. I think.
But if you end it, what's Tom going to do? Tom's going to have to start his own channel.
Yeah, that's it. Or I'll be like, I can't possibly do the hard work of starting my own channel. James, we're good friends. Can I come and stream with you now? We'll keep talking about Bill Panther, even though Bill won't be on YouTube. We'll just carry on the jokes. Yeah.
Man, Tom, I have literally already changed his name on Discord. It is official. It is official. Bill Panther.
Are you streaming tomorrow, James?
No, I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I'm streaming next Sunday, and we're going to be streaming Final Fantasy X. So look forward to that, man.
There you go.
Cool. So it's been awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody, as always. Sorry, Bill, I'll let you outro on your own channel. You're about to say something.
No. Go for it. It's Tom's channel now. It's Tom's channel.
Cool.
Righto.
So we'll see you soon for more late night reviews. Take care.
See, it is Tom's channel.
Absolutely.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, God.